live, baby. ESFL Undisputed 4. I'm Boiler, your host here from the ESFL with Ruthless Omni. How you doing today, Ruthless?
Dude, I am stoked. I'm feeling good. I got me pineapple juice here, and I'm ready to watch some good fights, man.
Yes, sir. I got my carbonated water here and
Mystery.
black coffee ready to rock. Mystery juice. It ain't no vodka, nothing special, just water. Boiler's got to stay sober today. You know what I mean?
Hope so.
A big card. We got what nine fights. Headline with Easy Work versus El Kenmir. We got Treehouse making his undisputed debut in the co-main versus style. Looking forward to that for sure. The Pug versus Finesse, a battle of TKK, and an awesome undercard too. What are you looking forward to here, Mr. Ruthless Omni?
I mean, it is going to be so cool to see K Young Buddha fighting again. Shout out to K Young Buddha. Love that guy on YouTube. He skateboards. He showcases fights he goes to. He's a real chill dude. And more importantly, he's really good at striking. Seeing him inside of UFC, when him and I would fight, he would give me a real tough time inside of the hands. I mean, if the fight wasn't going to the ground, I probably wasn't winning. And I gotta say, he's going against somebody who just won, you know, ZR or H, against Word Life, which, segueing here, is what we're about to see right now. We're about to see our opener of the night, which is Word Life versus Outhouse Man, and this is, you know, the second time he's opening up this card, Word Life, and hopefully he's looking for a different result than he had the first time around.
Awesome. I'm literally looking forward to this. Outhouse Man. Can't beat a name like that. That's an A+ from Boiler. He's new to the roster. Just to remind everybody, this is an exhibition. This is not competitive play. This is not seasonal. We ask everyone, you know, put in a good effort and for sure have some fun with it. But this is not for the belt, not for the seasonal. We're going to be bringing that, I'll just say TBD, but later in 2025, get a couple more patches, right, under our belts. But we're building the Undisputed community here in the ESFL. We've had a hell of a lot of fun with our fights so far.
Oh, 100%. And again, another shout out to Outhouse, man. That is quite an original name. And his record here, you know, because I'm pretty sure that's ranked, right? That record is 24-1. And he's picking somebody that I love to use online, Ricky Haddon. When I was playing inside of the beta, and I don't know how much he's changed, I used to love going for those body hooks, man, because he had those great perks. So it's definitely a decent pick going against, of course, Amir Khan within Word Life. And Amir Khan is definitely a solid pick in and of himself. You can keep that distance. You can see how it goes. But both of them are going to be, this should be a very wild fight, I would say, if they make it that way.
There's the lock. Word Life, big time veteran of ESFL. He's fought not only in Undisputed, not in only UFC 5, but UFC 4. Heck, he might have even been in UFC 3 for all I remember. That's like half a decade ago. But Word Life's got so many fights in the ESFL. I'm looking forward to see if he can avenge his loss from last week.
Oh, man, I think he wants to, right? Even if this isn't a season, he's definitely somebody that is looking to be in the next fight cards, in the next season of the ESFL's Undisputed card. And of course, if you're looking to get into the season, this is a great way to show up and show out. If you could do it here, it's a good chance that they're going to look at you and say, yeah, come into the actual season of the ESFL's Undisputed League.
Totally. We're looking for fun fighters and skilled fighters, not just dudes that use the meta and have a boring but winning fight. I'm not saying decisions are bad, but it's how you fight as much or more than if you win in these exhibitions as we get up to the seasonals. So I think you said that perfectly, Ruthless. What do you think here? What do you know about, you know, I guess, Word Life? What could he improve on from last week? What's kind of your take on that? I don't know much about Mr. Outhouse Man, but Word Life, what did he do wrong last week, and how can he improve?
I think I'll just start with this. Where he could improve is forgetting last week. Is saying that this is a new fight. This is something good, and doing what he's doing right now, which is what he started with last week, but he kind of fell off of it, which is being mobile and starting to land that jab successfully, and then getting out of range, in and out. Nice jab counter there, lands successfully, and 2 body hooks land there from Outhouse Man. That was a good exchange that you both just had.
For sure. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. It's like who's winning each exchange is going to be close and close and close. What you said about Word Life maybe getting away from his game plan a little early, I think that's a good point. In boxing, especially as compared to UFC and UFC 5 specifically, like you got a lot more time to work with 10 rounds here. It's not 8, it's 10. So if you're going to stick to a game plan, give it a few rounds. Don't give up on it quick. But you also got to adjust mid-fight, so you're always on that razor's edge, you know?
Yeah, and potentially maybe he saw something last week that made him change up. But right now, if you notice already, and he just started to throw the jab again, he was abandoning it very early, and he was just going for a bunch of hooks. And the thing is, right, like if you're going to be expecting your opponent, that was a really good check hook right there, walking into you a lot, which Ricky Hatton definitely can and will do.
Sure.
Then throwing rounded strikes makes a lot of sense. But if you're trying to play, loose footwork, then you want to be on the outside, right? You want to have your fist hit their face at the furthest extension. And that's why you're in loose footwork. So they can get in and get out. Very nice body straight there. Lands successfully from Word Life.
Yes, and while I was watching the show last week and you were commentating, talking all about the footwork in his game being so important and so, I agree with you. You were saying it's really good. I think it's really good. Big shots there. Footwork's huge, and Word Life needs to keep his footwork because he can't be planted right in front of Ricky Hatton like that at the end.
No, he'll get cracked. And Ricky Hatton has one punch knockdown power, especially with the lead hook to the body.
Yep.
So to your point, right? Like footwork, highly, highly important in this game. And again, if you're being if you're in the side of a loose stance, then you're always on the move for the most part, because unless they change this, you have a damage modifier for your opponent being in this stance if you get hit clean. Right? So like you don't want to be standing in front of your opponent in a loose footwork, because the whole point is to dance around your opponent and do just that. That was a really good 1-2 that landed flush, and a very nice combination lands. Very nice.
Exactly what Word Life needs like that. If he could just do that 5, 6, 7 more times, he's going to be in real good shape. Nice straight too.
Right. And I do like what he's doing here, which is like stop and go, stop and go. And he's trying to circle to own the center of the, I want to say octagon, the ring. And very nice lead body uppercut lands flush again from Word Life. But his stamina is concerning. His stamina is very concerning. And I know it's very early. It's a second round. But that to me looks like he could have already burned potentially close to almost 80%, like 20% of his stamina, leaving him with 80. Ooh. That was a nasty combination there.
Oh, he totally overextended himself, and just as you said, he missed a couple power shots, lowered his stamina, then got countered. So that's not – and look at that. Word Life stamina hits all the way to the bottom, some body damage adding up. Word Life started this round so well, but what a great comeback here by Outhouse, man. Ooh. This is pretty even so far. I feel like –
ooh. Nice.
I'm going to be giving Word the first couple rounds, but it could easily be 1-1. Hell, it could be 2-0 the other way around, too. Outhouse man did great this last minute or so.
I think you're right. I think right now, it could be up for him. And like I said, that stamina is ridiculous. He has already burned 20% of his stamina. At that rate, once you hit the 7th round, you have 30% stamina left. You're going to suffer.
No more loose footwork. No more loose footwork after that, too. I think it ends at 40% or 35 to 40%. No more loose movement. 30%. Okay.
So at the max, you can only, from what I understand, and what I think we just got told, the max that you can decrease in stamina is making, oh, that was a really good combination. You can go down to 20 or 10%. Or 20 only? Okay. Okay. So that's really interesting, right? So like, oh, that combination landed flush and was really good. But again, oh, that was a nasty power hook, a nasty power overhand, and he went to the body with a power body hook. Did Ricky Hatton. Outhouse man is starting to put a lot of pressure on Word Life, but again, I feel like he's in the wrong stance. Word Life is. He's inside of a loose stance, but he keeps planting his feet in front of his opponent. This is like you want to keep yourself in a normal stance. That was really good. That was a really good combination he landed.
I feel like Word Life, after he got on fire in that second round and started tuning up Outhouse, man, he got a little bit overconfident and started to want to slug it out. So he needs, like you said, stay on that back foot. Rip those 3-4 shot combos, but also make Hatton miss. He's got the less reach. He's a little slower, especially if you're in loose footwork. So Word Life, don't fall in love with the brawl. I know he wants to, but right there, that's a big miss and great counter by Outhouse, man.
Yeah, it definitely was. And that was a really nice counter body jab. I'm surprised it didn't flash white for his opponent. And that might actually be a setting.
Ooh. Man, Outhouse man's targeting that body nicely. I'd like, at some point, hopefully we'll have spectator mode or equivalent where we can see Ricky Hatton's stats as well. I want to know how much body damage he's taking because Khan, he's starting to lose some, Word Life's starting to have some body damage. Only 1% recovery. Look, he's at 69% stamina. He just lost 11% in one round.
And that's wild, man. And this right here, though, as you were saying, and at the end of round 2, you thought it was like back and forth, and you were right. But Ricky Hatton, Outhouse, it looks like in the first quarter of this bout is ahead. He's ahead by a round. So what does that mean to you?
At this point, it may not matter. It's so unsustainable that he lost so much stamina. I know Hatton didn't lose that much.
No way.
So if Word Life, he needs to not repeat what he did in the third round there, or he's going to be just totally screwed by the 6th, 7th round.
Yeah, and Chad, if you could let us know here real quick if what I said was true, if loose footwork does indeed cause your opponent, if he lands cleanly, to have a damage modifier, an increase. That was really good. So like high risk, high reward, loose footwork. And like, it feels like that's the difference here. You see Outhouse, man, he doesn't have to really chase. Very nice combination. Body hook lands flush at the end, closing it out for Word Life. What I was saying before is it's like Outhouse, man, doesn't have to chase because it's almost always, even within loose footwork. Very nice. That was an awesome overhand.
Great shot, man. No, Outhouse, man, does not have to chase, and that works great for him. He wants Word Life to come forward. Look what happened.
Right, and Word Life kind of sped that up by being in loose footwork and walking forward. And you know what? You're playing as Tyson Fury, that makes sense. You have such long range and reach. The quicker that you can get and stand in your spot, the better, right? It makes sense to me to do that. Very nice. Very nice. That's the third body power shot that landed flush there from Word Life, and another one lands flush. And now Word Life is not in loose footwork mode.
And upstairs. That was like a 4 or 5 shot combo. It was beautiful by Word Life.
It really was. And that right there was a 3 shot.
Yeah, he extended himself. That one too many punches there by Word.
Like, for real. And it looks like, though, he did recover. He recovered more, but he's still on route and on pace to be doing 10% per round, which is just not good, especially in a longer fight like this. I'm telling you, stamina conservation is one of the best friends that you could have in this game.
It's real helpful, but it's absolutely necessary if you rely on the loose footwork. But actually, just as I say that, I notice Amir Khan, aka Word Life, is no longer in loose movement for what it's worth.
Yeah, and so he got rocked out of it, and he just hasn't put himself back in it. Maybe he's realizing, okay, I'm not doing the damage that I need to do. So I need to, if I want to come forward and box, then I need to be in a normal stance. Look at his hands are up. Very nice. They both landed.
That was awesome.
Flush with power shots there.
That was great. That was great. No, I think that's a good move by Word too. And now he's going southpaw, kind of mixing it up, goes back. But yeah, the way he was fighting, if he wants to be toe-to-toe, definitely don't use loose footwork as disadvantage to you generally. I think Word Life, Word Life's health is hurt pretty bad. I think Word thought he'd be fast enough to slug it out and get out of town, but it wasn't working out that way.
So, and Muhammad Ali probably is still extremely good in this game, I would imagine. But when I was playing the beta in Muhammad Ali, with his hooks of doom, right, I would keep myself in like a loose footwork stance, and I would cut around my opponent. And as I was cutting around, I would land a lead hook to my opponent, right? And that was before the whole meta of I'm just going to throw one punch was out. And that was very early in the game.
That was the worst, right?
It was so
dark day.
Yeah. But that right there is a good example of I'm using loose footwork and I'm engaging and I'm going around my opponent as they're standing still. But that's the key here. What we're seeing here is that you really Outhouse is only going to set his feet inside of a range when he realizes that his opponent. Oh, that was a really nice combination. But as you can see, he burned a lot of stamina doing so, and a very nice lead power hook lance flush there from Word Life. He was able to recover a little bit, but that trend is just his stamina usage is so high at this point. We're about to start seeing him slow down significantly in the next few rounds.
Yes, especially if Outhouse Man can land some more of those power lefts to the body or three pieces to the body. Both gentlemen are doing great working the body though. So I bet Hatton has relatively low stamina, but I really doubt it's as low as Word Life's right now.
And that is a good point. Word Life was able to consecutively land in like 2 of the last 3 rounds a power body uppercut lead body uppercut.
Yep.
And he would do it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and that was one of his combinations. And right there, I love that he throws 2 of them right again. He's listening, right? And that's good. And it also looks like he just cut Ricky Hatton. Am I bugging? I think he did.
He's swollen up, maybe a little cut on that right eye. Is that what you're seeing?
And that's what I'm seeing there. Yeah, it looks like it. Definitely looks like he's got a little cut there. Oh, he definitely does. And that was a nasty combination. And Word Life is starting to feel himself now.
He needed to be doing that earlier, but better late than never. Look at that. Tripled up the hook.
He took a knee there.
Oh, no knee. That was a ghost punch. So it looked like he took a knee, but he actually went down from those body shots. Maybe even on the way down, took one of those lefts to the chin. That was great work by Word Life. Hey, if he's able to get that kind of damage off, he won't have to worry about stamina being low, and that had to hurt Outhouse Man's stamina big time too. So, landed damage is how you can really win these fights straight up.
Well, 100%. I mean, it doesn't matter what your stamina is like if you're knocking down your opponent and you're able to consecutively land good combinations like that. That was a jab, a rear hook, and a body hook to close it out, and then he immediately gets out of pocket. But Word Life's starting to have a lot of success with his lead hand here as soon as Ricky Hatton starts to close the distance. And now what we're starting to see is a little bit more pressure from Outhouse Man. Oh, that was a pretty good closing out combination for both those guys, ending the round, swinging. And that stamina is now about to fall under the 40%. But, he's got a good round. And that right there is the story so far. As you were saying, it looked like Word Life was really starting to land to the bodies consecutively, and he's won every round for the last 3 rounds, plus that knockdown. This is significant to the fight, especially because there's only 4 more rounds to go.
He's changing the way he's fighting, but he's also gotten rid of that loose movement. I think both of those have contributed to Word Life's success. And let's see if Outhouse Man can set some traps instead of just plodding forward and getting caught up himself. Let's see if he, this is where experience comes in. Word Life's been in some crazy fights. Not sure about Outhouse Man over his esports career. So these late rounds, that's where experience comes in.
Well, if he is able, when you get hurt to the body like that, you know that your stamina could be a little lower. But here's the difference, though. We are guessing that his stamina could be lower, but we know Word Life stamina is lower. And he's visually showing now. He's got his hands low, breathing heavy, walking like he's got to go to the bathroom. Really he's not looking good out there. But he's got to do this for the rest of this round and 3 more rounds. Very nice body uppercut lands there at the end of that exchange. And he continues to go to the body, and we're likely going to continue to see that happen from Word Life going forward.
Yes. This is going to be interesting. He's obviously flat-footed now. He's in that tired state. You can still do some damage this way. You got to think Outhouse Man in the next round or something. He needs a knockdown, though, because he's going to be flat-footed if he's not already practically. So he's got that advantage now. He needs to take advantage of it. Literally, there it goes.
Ooh. And that's the second time he rocked him with that rear overhand up top. And that's the thing. If he can land that again, he's going to rock him. If he can get a nice combination set up and do that, but he's really got to make sure he's protecting that eye. It's definitely swollen. It's definitely cut. And that's a huge target. But now we can confirm that Outhouse Man stamina is as low as Word Life's, at least close.
Once it gets really low at that like 25 to 20%, like the very, very lowest it can be, it's kind of a wash. That's why I was saying Outhouse Man needed to get some shots in while he had a substantial advantage, and that was beautiful work. Didn't get the knockdown. It could be tough to knock people down in this game sometimes, but this last few rounds here, Ruthless, I think it's almost anyone's fight. Even though Word Life's in the lead, I still think he could get knocked down or knocked out if things go wrong for him.
Oh, absolutely. Without question, I've seen and I've performed, at least within the beta, very similar feats of heroics toward the end of a fight, even with very low stamina. And I'll tell you what, those power shots, if he misses and gets countered, just right timing, then Outhouse Man can really do some damage there. He just needs to find his placement. And one of the things I was saying last card is you don't always have to swing, right? And what we're seeing right now is this little dance. They separate, they come forward. Someone strikes, the other one strikes back, and then they go forward and they separate, and then they do it again and again. And that time that he actually pushed forward to try to change the pace a little. But here we go again. Now they collide and they're striking again. You see, this is like their pace. You understand the rhythm. If you can understand that rhythm and you can control the space between you and your opponent and change it up, make them think that you're about to be there so that they punch when they're trying to meet you and they miss, you can counter. And those are the kind of things that both of these guys are capable of doing. I just haven't really seen it too much.
Not as much countering and setting traps. I definitely admit that. One thing I really like in this game, and both these guys have been showing it, is the power modifier. So, a power shot, the risk and reward is decent nowadays. It used to be broke. We were just talking about that, but we'll ignore the dark ages of it. But the ability to sell out on a big power shot, big risk, big reward, changes the equation a lot in this game. And both guys have landed and missed big power shots so far today, and it's had big consequences.
Yeah, very nice body job there. Lands an overhand, knocks him down, and he's taunting, Look at this guy right here, Boiler.
That was a huge shot, man. I'm not going to steal my boy Kingsley's call, but Timber! But he's back up, man. He's up. That was an awesome shot, though, for real. Is he going to still be rocked? He is still rocked. Is he going to go left or right? He can't just stay there in the middle. He tried to push off. That's a viable tactic there. No clinching in this game. The clinch is busted, so they removed it. Better than having a busted clinch. But once they improve and add clinch back to this, that'll be vital. I do know if you throw, if you push and you get caught, you can get knocked out clean. But good recovery by Word Life. Minute and a half left. Ruthless, he's down 10-8 this round. He might have lost the round before. Hard to know. But you got to think the winner of the next round is going to win it all, is how I'm looking at it. If we get to that round, that obviously Outhouse Man looking for the finish this round even.
Well, and that's the thing. We're assuming that Outhouse Man won any of the past 3 rounds that have just came before. And if he did, it's a lot closer than that. But we know he can win this round so long as he does not get knocked down and make it a wash, right? And then at that point, it just goes to the judges' scorecards and they figure it out from there. Very nice uppercut lands and another hook combination. That is what Word Life has loved this entire night. Up top to the body and then up top again. But he's so out of stamina, he just can't do it. And again, he tries to go for that combination. Lead hook, body uppercut, lead hook, or lead hook, body hook, lead hook up top. And that's his bread and butter. And it's been something really good. And he almost got cracked there by the shot that knocked him down earlier. Ooh, it came again right at the end of the round.
Nice. Yep. Word Life's right at that 20% lower boundary, and he recovered 4%. Virtual judges got it in Word Life's favor, and even a 10-8 in the favor of Outhouse Man might make it a draw. I don't know. You got to think, though, if you're Outhouse Man, you probably need to finish at least a knockdown this round.
Yeah, well, the thing is that if he can knock him down twice, I don't even think that's enough. You're 3 points behind, right? And then at that point, you're just going to add up those 3 points, and then I think he still may lose. He really does need a finish here if we're to trust CompuBox.
It's true. It's hard to know. Judges are very tough to know. But if we trusted CompuBox, you're right, though. You're right. 10-7 probably wouldn't be enough. That would be the draw, I guess. So
Yeah, he needs to put a lot of work in. Another body uppercut lands flush, but they are both just gassed. Their character models are looking full right now after Thanksgiving. They're sluggish, they're slow, and you know, full of mashed potatoes. They really need to do something here big if they want to pull it away. And World Life just needs to survive, right? Don't make any too crazy of a risk, and just try to land successfully, get some shots in, get away. You know what I mean? Don't do something crazy. You already did really well this fight.
Big body
Mm.
shot. Another one. Nice job there. Word Life taunting back. Oh my gosh. No respect. No respect, Ruthless.
No respect at all. But I mean, at that point, right? It's all fair game, and he just knocked him down. And on a 7 count, Outhouse Man is able to get up. He's trying to leave a flawless victory off table right now from Word Life, you know, and it has definitely not been flawless, and he just made it a wash. Now, really, it's up to Word Life. Is he gonna get up? I mean, you would imagine he will.
Don't look away from the screen for even a millisecond, because it's just out of nowhere, seemingly. I love it. I love it. This is why we go 10 rounds, not 8 rounds. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. Winner, majority decision. Majority decision there, Ruthless. It was closer than we thought.
That's crazy. And I'm really excited to see what judge
That was
thought.
awesome.
That is definitely awesome. That was a really good start to this card, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I honestly, as the matchmaker myself for ESFL Undisputed, I knew that these guys would perform in the first fight. Just because you're the first fight does not mean you're the lowest fight on the card. Actually, it means you're one of the most exciting, or at least I'm hoping you are, because we want to start with a bang. That was awesome. Technical, but a lot of fireworks. Not a finish, but damn near. Super great work by both Outhouse Man and Word Life. I got a feeling we're going to be seeing both of them in the future here. ESFL Undisputed. So shout out to both of them for a great way to start this card, Ruthless.
Oh, absolutely. And Word Life, you know, like I said before, he did well to not mess, like he did well to right the wrongs of last week. He did really well to right the wrongs of last week. And I am stoked and absolutely super excited to see him fight again next week. And who knows, maybe he starts the card one more time, right? Can he open us up can he open us up? Can he open up the ESFL on these
Hey man, he fits that perfect role. That's an important thing to you know, as a matchmaker, as an owner of the league, we need someone to start off the fight, win or lose, just with awesome excitement and skill, and that's what we got. So Word Life, we always got that in the back pocket, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Great fight, guys.
Absolutely great fight.
All right, we're moving on to fight 3. We may circle back to fight 2. May not. We'll see if they can get it together. But we got P. Miller, 79, versus TKK, the Knockout Kings. TKK, Kwanzaa, Ruthless. What can you tell me about these gentlemen?
For sure. I mean, last week you had double champ wars, which is P. Miller 79, just so you guys can make the connection. His opponent pulled out, so he wasn't able to fight, but now, you know, he's really eager to get into the ESFL, and this is his way of doing so. This is his way of actually going in and getting a fight. I'm pretty sure he may have fought before, but nonetheless, Kwanzaa, the Caesar though. It's Caesar, I'm pretty sure.
Caesar, not Czar. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Czar,
you know what? Chat,
Czar.
let us know. Kwanzaa.
Stars of Russia.
Anyway, but this guy won last week, regardless of whether his name is Caesar or Quan. He hit the Quan and he won, and he did it by beating Optimus Jojo. And honestly, man, like he hounded you for quite a while to make sure they can get on these cards, and he did extremely well. And now we get to see him pick Connor Ben, which is quite an interesting pick. And nope, never mind. He made me a liar. That's awesome. Thanks. He hit the Quan on me. He just swithed it up all completely.
Went with Exhibit, Pimp Your Ride, Sean Porter. Let's do it. Kwanzaa. I'm calling him Kwanzaa. CZAR. He's the Czars of Russia. This is going to be a fun fight, though. But you're right. Quan had been hitting me up since like October when we first opened up the sign-ups, and even before that, actually. Nice. They got commentary on. Boo. Smash this guy Quan. We're giving you demerit. It's all right. It's all right. We're still going to have a good fight here. But remember the proper stream settings, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. So, obviously, Kwan's on the left. We got P. Miller on the right. Double champ. P. Miller's actually been in the game longer than me. He says he's like 44. I think he said 44, 45 years old. He's been playing since Sega, Nintendo type days. He had a fight last week. Unfortunately, his opponent pulled out, but we're able to get him some of this. So for the old heads like me, let's do it. P. Miller, 79. I'm rooting for him. What can I say? He must have been born in 1979. It makes sense.
That is, if you're born in 1979 and you're playing and you're in the ESFL, that's pretty cool. I mean, anyone can game, right?
Yeah.
Anyone can game.
I did get some news from the back. It was actually the guy I was just talking up. My my elder, P. Miller, has this stream with the bad sound, so we'll be sure to help him in the futhur. But it's all right.
Well, that makes sense. There you go. He's born in 79, man. Don't know that technology like that. I don't. One day at a time. Chew gum and walk is a really hard thing to do. Chewing gum and walking really hard, man.
Hey,
especially try to pat your head at the same time.
Especially when you're in commentary, I can't even like do more than one thing at a time. It's tough under the gun. So when you're actually fighting ESFL, I can see that tunnel vision, especially your first fight. Here we go, buddy. What do you know about Sean Porter? Like, what would his key to victory versus Ricky Hatton be? We get to see it again, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and this is something I'm gonna lean over to the chat for. I do not remember the stats and the perks of Sean Porter, if he even had any perks at this point. But I do remember I think he was like a lower.
Yep, he's a big time inside fighter. I think he's got a big hook. I forgot if it was left or right. He's definitely one of those short, solid power inside fighters, but I don't remember exactly like which punches are the best. I will admit that too. But he's a slugger. He doesn't have that reach advantage and speed advantage like Amir Khan had against Hatton in our last fight, though. So this might be interesting to see if our boy Hatton here uses a little bit more speed and length instead of just standing in front.
Yeah, that would be something that he could and probably should do. One of the things that we noticed a lot of when we saw the last fight with Ricky Hatton is a lot of shots that went over to the body. And what I would think you would want to see here from P. Miller would be a mix-up front to the body and the head like he just did there. Very nice straight and followed up by a body shot. And again, a jab and a body shot lands flush. He's able to find the openings here on Sean Porter, and he's able to land effectively, and that's good. Very nice lead hook there, Lance.
Yeah, he's patient. He's not just button mashing. Every punch is with a purpose. That's how I like to fight. So loving that aspect. And now that they've improved stamina in this game, it pays to be patient and pick your opponent apart, especially early in the rounds. And if you watch real boxing, a lot of great boxers don't even really throw many punches in the first round or two. Nice counter right there, though.
Yeah, especially if it's an actual 10-round fight, they're looking to fill out the opponent and try to get reads on what are they throwing. If I throw it straight, what do they do? I throw this jab here. I roll my shoulder as if it's gonna land with like a hook. You know, just showing them different stuff to get reactions. Because if I can understand how you'll react to something, I can make a good educated guess as to what shot will land. So you know. This is the virtual ring. That's the real life strategy. You could kind of implore that inside of here, and I think that's what the greats do. I think that people like Paraxis, K Young Buddha, EK Warrior, you know, easy games,
work,
these
GG.
guys, easy work, easy game.
But there's a lot of guys we haven't seen since October that we're going to get back in the ring too. So there's a lot of talent out there. But you're right, they don't rush in and they understand that this is a 10 or even 12 rounders in our main and co-main. So they realize they don't need to go all out in the first round at all.
Exactly. And ooh, that was a really nice power hook up top. Lands flush for Sean Porter. And he looked like, and he lands another hook there. They traded there. And a body hook, and he tried to land a straight. Oh,
beautiful.
Straight and hook lands as he exits the pocket.
I'm impressed with the skill being displayed in this fight. You know, nice work. Each guy is really trying to be precise, but the other has good defense. So it's a great little chess match here. Big shots landing both sides.
Yeah, and that was a good body uppercut as he broke the pocket, as you just called before. Another jab. He's starting to really gauge the range of a good body uppercut. Lands there, coming from Quan. Quan throwing the jab and pressing forward. Another body uppercut lands here. A jab. Another hook up top from Sean. Ricky Haddon able to land a hook, and he gets caught with a counter jab. That was a really decent exchange so far. A lot of 1-2s are happening here. Not a lot of combinations are being thrown. Just a lot of here's a shot here, here's a shot there.
And something as simple as a counter jab can actually do a decent amount of damage in this game, especially cumulatively.
Oh,
nice body. That's that left hook to the body that Hatton's got his perk for, his trait. Good work there. But responds big time. Quan. Guys are tactical here. I'm loving this second round here, Ruthless. I'm not sure who's winning. It's pretty damn close, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. And I like to see the aggression coming over from P. Mills there. And I think that's what I'm going to start calling him, right? Is P. Miller? I like P. Mills. P. Mills, you're getting a nickname for me. From P. Mills, he goes and he started to continue to push the action. And this is the bigger difference, right? Take a look at the stamina in comparison to what we saw in the first fight from Ricky Haddon. And granted, the side that we saw was Amir Khan, who a very nice power jab lands. And he lands the same combination that he did before in the other round, which was a body uppercut, a rear uppercut to a lead hook up top, and that landed flush, and another power jab lands, and he gets caught himself by a 1-2 now. Oh, very nice body hook, and then another hook up top here. They're doing good to nice jab. They're doing very well to time out openings.
Yes, both of them. That's why it's so entertaining. It's like, right when one starts to get that advantage, the other one sets a trap and vice versa. So it's just back and forth, and it's just like 1 or 2 shots. They're really looking for precision, not volume. You know what I mean?
I do.
All right, halfway through the third round. We got the little lag bar on the top, but I haven't seen anything too bad. No commentator curse, knock on wood over here, but seems like they're having a good time in there right now. Able to make reads and make those finesse moves that you really need a good ping for.
Nice. Another body hook. Oh my gosh. You know what? And what we're starting to see here from P. Mills is a very nice power straight. He's starting to land his own body uppercut and lead hook up top from both lead side. And it seems like one of his favorite combos is that. And he's landed it about 7 times as far as I can count. And I can only count to 7. So if he goes any further, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Very nice double uppercut there lands from Sean Porter, and a lead hook lands up top there. Good stuff.
Ooh. I'm not exactly sure how many power shots he's thrown one, that is, but not that many. But when you're landing multiple counters and you're getting that perfect range on some of those lefts to the body and left upstairs, it's doing some damage. And we're seeing Hatton's health going down slowly but surely, but more importantly, keep in mind, when you do lose a lot of that head health temporarily, it takes a while to regenerate. There's a couple times where Hatton was just one more punch from getting knocked down. So as this goes on, Miller's going to have to be a little more careful.
Yeah, there we go. Now I can stop rambling.
We're back. We did disconnect, but we are live. No, we're not. The reset.
Okay, back to the crazy action. We just went from different dimension back to this fight. It was quite a crazy time warp that just went there. We certainly enjoyed it.
Yep. I'm gonna tell everyone refresh, but we are now. I can see it in my stream here, and it's coming in nice and clean, so it's all good. These things happen on Sunday. A lot of bandwidth being used, especially streaming. Woo.
This is a very competitive round between these two.
Oh wow!
Hey, these things happen in MMA and in boxing. Apparently, I'm impressed by Quan not playing too much of the slugger or the power shot. He's having a lot of finesse here. If he can keep that up, I think he's gonna slowly but surely overpower P. Miller. But that's not saying P. Miller is that far behind right now, but I do feel the momentum going Quan's way.
Yeah, and he's doing a really good job. You see right there, he just met Miller first with the jab. They both had the same idea, but he threw the jab right before his opponent, and it stuck. You see, now that's the thing. If you could start trading shots because you're throwing the shot that will land first on your opponent as they're about to strike, like that. Look at that. That straight landed right as he walked and stepped right into range, and he threw his own hook. That was a really good hook, though, that lands up top there from P. Mills. And you know what? I'm really proud of both these guys. They just traveled to another dimension and came right back, and they don't have any dimension travel sickness. You know, they portaled well. They did.
Yep. No DNA degradation or splicing or any evil twins coming out of the transporter or whatever. We're all good here. Anybody, I appreciate everyone tuning in. It was a simple refresh, and we're back and we're live. I will say this. If you missed any of the fights before or later, we will have the full uninterrupted 1440p, not 4K, but damn near. Nice shots there. The archive will be uploaded to YouTube. You can watch all the fights without any interruptions and in great quality as well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, if you're watching us on YouTube or on Twitch, we appreciate you. To all 40,000 people watching right now, you guys are amazing and awesome. And so what we want you to do is make sure that you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and share it with every family member you own, even if they are no longer with us. Send it to their email if you remember it. And that was, just completely a joke. If someone died recently, my bad. But overall, horrible on me. But still, the point stands. We appreciate you, and you guys allow us to continue to do this. So as we go into the action, as I get off of my terrible death joke, the uppercut landed flush there from Ricky Hatton P. Mills, and he was able to throw a nice straight over a hook that just that would have taken off Sean Porter's head, but he lands his own hook, and he threw it and it landed, and that was freaking awesome. That was really powerful.
Well, Hatton's right eye is really swelling. We can't see it from here, but his head health is chipped away. His swelling's about a third or almost halfway. The bar filled up. But that said, he's still coming forward. He ain't, scared by any means, but he ain't taking any steps back. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I think P. Miller could be using that speed and length with Hatton against Porter, but he's coming forward and he's taking left hooks to the head. A lot of them.
Well, they're in the same stance, right? So when you start, another
power shot,
another one, and he threw two of them, and they both landed. He did it twice.
He has not thrown that many power punches, but the ones he throws land. That's the key.
Yeah,
I like it.
Praxis, big fan of saying this. He says he doesn't have a favorite combination. His favorite, and if he did, his favorite combination is the one that lands, right? Like that's something that if you can get that into your mindset and you can be so free flowing, as Bruce Lee would say, let your mind flow like water, right? Let it flow. And you can just look at your opponent and say, I think you're going to, and you start landing shots like that,
nice.
But not on repetition, and mixing up your shots is what I'm saying. You could really be successful. Very nice step in, lead hook, lands flush on the head of Sean Porter. Quan got hit with the Quan.
You truly do want to be able to, whatever your opponent exposes to you, you want to be able to take advantage of it, whether it's the left hand to the head, right hand to the body, vice versa. And in boxing, there's less tools, so you actually have to be more precise all around than MMA. MMA, there's more tools, right? Of course there are, but even in boxing, you need to be able to use every single tool if you're going to be, high level. It's very rare, especially nice. Very rare these days for someone to be like Joe Frazier, who relies almost 100% on the left hook type of thing. most everybody's got to have a few tools in the shed, as they say.
Yeah, it's a different time, right? Back in the day, you could have one thing like that, and not to say, oh, that was a really nice hook that landed. He landed on the block. At least it looked like he did with his power hook up top.
Whew.
But it's a different time, right? Like people learn a lot differently than they did back then. And it's hard to say ever the conversation for greatest of all time, right? Because that is assuming that even from the future to the past, you'd win. And that's why there's different GOATs. That's why, like, if you're looking at MMA, you can go back to Royce Gracie, right? But like people are like, oh, well, if he fought now, he'd get stomped. Well, likely MMA evolves, but boxing, it evolved for sure, but the principles are still the same.
Sure.
The foundations are still the same there. So it's tough to say, hey, Joe Frazier, if he came and teleported, did a dimensional thing like we did earlier, and he comes here and he's fighting Usyk, that Joe Frazier wouldn't be successful. It's a different time, but, just like this, it could be even.
It's certainly much closer than MMA between like late 90s and current day. MMA, huge jump. But boxing been around 150 years plus in terms of like true professional boxing. So I love it. That's why we got the video games to have these fantasy matchups, and whether they're legends like Hatton, but not as old as the golden age. But in this game, you got the Joe Louis, you got Fraser Ali, you got Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Robinson. It's awesome.
Yeah, when was the last, man, I haven't, very nice hook lands up top there. I haven't watched boxing in quite a little bit. I think the last fight I saw was Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. That was the last card that I actually watched. What was the last thing that you saw, my friend? What did you see?
I saw Usyk Fury 2. Pretty good fight. I'm always rooting for Usyk in that, and he fought great. Fury's not washed by any means, but Usyk was just able to outskill him, and I love the fact he's a southpaw. He worked the body, used his speed, because if he just stood in front, big shot there. Long story short, he didn't just stand in front of Fury or let Fury clinch him up and land those devastating uppercuts. So that Fury, this boxing's back. I'm telling you, the last couple of years, there's been some great bouts, and I'm having some fun being a boxing fan again.
That's awesome. I think, in controversial as this may sound, I think it's really cool to see like Jake Paul putting on these cards, and the only reason I'd say that is because of the exposure that he is providing to professional boxing and the opportunity that it's helping it grow regardless, because you want to see Jake Paul lose. Very nice hook up top and hook to the body. It's a very Floyd Mayweather-esque without that skill. And I look forward to the next card for that, because you get to see who's gonna fight him next. And people, they don't want to admit it, but you want to see if Jake Paul's, can he do it? Can he win? Lose? It's the truth. But that brings me to the chat, man. Who do you think? Did you think Mike Tyson? Did he throw the fight? I don't know. I think he's just a little older, man. I think that's just what it was. Yeah. But I'll let you guys let us know. To the actual action taking place in front of us at the moment, the stamina on P. Mills is looking pretty good for us being in the 7th round at this point. But he does look like he cut Sean Porter Kwan on the nose, and that comes from those straights that are landing consecutively.
Yeah, they are. And it's not like Hatton's taking that much damage. He has some swelling. His head health and health are a little low. But just generally speaking, Kwan's been landing bigger strikes, more consistent strikes, even if most of them are not power punches, and it's not, he hasn't had any knockdowns yet. Still, like that one right there, those all add up. Look how red Hatton's face is. So I'm giving this to Kwan so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's so even if you believe in CompuBox. It's actually the round 8, my mistake. If you believe in CompuBox, and it's been very back and forth, and that's kind of how it's felt, right? Like, we've had pretty good conversations on the side, but a lot of this feels like, as I was saying before, it's like a dance. They're going back and forth. I hit you, you hit me. I hit you, you hit me. Very nice power uppercut. He hit him hard. And the thing is that it's a rhythm, and it's noticed. It's noticeable, right? And as I've called out before, your favorite streamer, ask him, how do you handle changing up the beat and the rhythm of a fight? Very nice lead hook up top to the body following. Landed there from Quan prior, and now another straight lands, and that cut the bridge of the nose for Quan, and another body uppercut lands. But that's the thing. The point of it is footwork and rhythm. That is the flow of a fight. And right now it just seems like it's very back and forth. Oh,
Yes,
that was a
man.
nasty power hook.
Both, oh man, they both realize it's towards the end of the fight. It's close. Towards the end of the round, they're starting to open up a little bit more. No reason to leave any gas in the tank, but also you got to be careful because one big shot might turn some aggression into a 10-8 round against you. Big shot too. Body, look, Hatton's body health was halfway down just off that shot.
It definitely, yeah. But and it makes sense too. It was very well timed. It looks like the left eye of Quan, Sean Porter, is swollen really bad. I saw purple there, and we'll see if we can see it again. It kind of sucks that this is the camera angle. There it is. Okay, there's a cut, and it does look like it's a little swollen, but not as much as I thought. It honestly looks like the swelling on Ricky Hatton is far more severe on the right side, and you can see that it's halfway there. And that could be a target for Sean if he can make note of that and actually start landing that lead hook even more.
Yeah, he's been purposefully adding up those punches, just regular old jab counters with a couple power shots in there.
Oh,
don't want to become one-dimensional, so maybe that'll open up a couple other shots with the right hand, and then you can finish that combo with a big left to the upstairs. We'll see what happens. We got a couple rounds left. I still think P. Mills, our guy P. Mills, he still can set a trap and I think get a knockdown here, but he's running out of time quick.
Yeah, and after this round, we'll see CompuBox again, and I don't disagree with you. I just think it's a little bit. I think it's still close. I think what we're gonna see is they're probably tied. I think they're still at the same. Very nice straight there. I think it just seems so even. That was such a strong power.
Look how low his head health is. Big body shot. I love it.
And the stamina is finally now hitting the end mark, and that is what you want to see within a 10-round fight. I'd much even at round 8. You do not want to see this so early, like round 6. Round 9 makes sense, right? You could still possibly even recover and go in there with enough stamina to go on loose footwork. So if you could play it nice and smart, very nice power jab, almost lands there. Quan being very elusive, but it does look like he's starting to slow down himself. Very well timed, and that speaks volumes to how close this fight really is.
It really is. It's absolutely not a blowout by any means, and either guy can win. Quan does have that momentum, but hey, man, I'm horrible at judging, let alone when I'm doing commentary. Huge shout out, by the way. Total Conflict Esports with the raid. Thanks for coming through, guys. We love TC over here in ESFL. Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, thanks you guys so much. And if you are watching now and just joining us live, we are in the second fight of this entire card, and we are hitting the final round. It's been exciting action so far. And here we go, and very close, man. Like that's if we could see Sean Porter, Quan is definitely going to want to either get a knockdown, of course. So would P. Mills, but if you believe in CompuBox, which of course we saw in the last round, it wasn't 100% accurate. Then you will say that you want to sustain what you did if you're P. Mills, and if you're Quan, you want to get a knockdown to win the fight.
Oh man, it's close. Doesn't look like Quan has the flat-footed quite yet. I can't tell for sure though, but
he definitely he does. If you watch the legs, they're walking close to each other.
Oh, okay, he's got the Mike Tyson legs. Big shot! And totally missed it. Nice.
And that's definitive. If he can hold on to this and not get knocked on himself, or maybe even he can knock him out here.
He's still gonna be hurt when he's up, I'm pretty sure. I guess I am biased towards left hooks. I was falling for that left hook. I loved it by Quan, but P. Mills coming for this finish potentially.
Yeah, and as you can see, his opponent was definitely still hurt, as you called before, and Quan throwing another body hook up top. Quan being in TKK. A lot of pressure there. Last week, all of them won, so he doesn't want to be that one the first O inside of the camp.
Oh.
So, you know, if he can land something successfully here, maybe make that last round a wash, but he gets cracked with a crazy counter. Holy, wow, that was really well timed, man.
We're going to add that to the highlight reel for sure. If you guys haven't been on our YouTube yet, we got some highlights. We're going to be adding some more. That right there was clean, baby.
So clean. It was so good. That was off of a counter hook. And that, I think we have a clear winner here.
We definitely do now. That was a great way to end. Dude, both the first and the second fight ended with some fireworks. Didn't get a finish, but tons of excitement. And great work there by P. Mills.
Oh, my God. That
wow. Don't count him out, man.
Holy,
Ricky Hatton loves it. He loves it. He loves it. He was probably like at least 2/3 swollen shut, but oh, look at that, man. Great work. One judge nearly gave it to Porter.
And that was CompuBox. That's what CompuBox was showing. So regardless, it could have went another way. TKK camp, Quan giving them the first loss. However, you know, that camp is pretty strong. One of our Wranglers, Pug, is a part of that camp. And I'm sure that he'll go back to the drawing board, go hit the practice with those guys and be ready and prepared for next week if he's featured on the card. And now what I think would be really cool to see is, like, you know, I'd love to see P. Mills taking on Word Life next week. You know, just saying, that would be really cool to watch. Both of those guys just pulled it away in spectacular fashion. It'd be really cool to see.
Hey, man, as the matchmaker, I got my notes here. I'm going to rewatch all this, you know, when I'm not locked into the commentary. I'm going to make note of that. If it doesn't happen next week, I'm going to make it happen one of our next exhibitions thereafter. So, again, we are live, not just now, but next Sunday as well, same time, same place. We had 3 straight weeks of Undisputed. Then we're going to get back to some UFC 5 here in the ESFL. Stay tuned, though. We will have more Undisputed events throughout the year, maybe even a full season in the second half. Join our Discord if you're not part of it yet. You'll get all of those announcements. Who do we got lined up next? It looks like I think we're going to Lucky versus Optimus. Jojo? Smoking Optimus. Holy cow. All right, let's make it happen. Yeah, we got people switching back and forth or whatever. Availability is the best ability. Did you know that? Availability is the best ability, and the best way to get into an actual season of ESFL is showing up for your fights.
Yeah, I was taught in college in the statistics class from one of the professors saying that half the battle's just showing up. You know what I mean? And really, truly, it never rains truer than in anything you want to do in life. So it's a really good thing to do. So we're watching, I think it's N0 Cap Blukst. And I know his actual name, I'm just messing around. No Cap one. Blukst.
All right.
Anyway, Optimus Jojo coming off last week, a loss to Quan, and now obviously he's going to be looking to get a win here against Smokey. And Smokey making his NFL, yes. Right. I'm thinking of the Eagles game that should be starting shortly.
Let's go Broncos. We're losing bad to the Bills. I'm sure Kingsley's stoked, but anyway, I digress.
Kingsley's a Bills fan. Anyway, I mean, I'm going to be a happy guy today. Unfortunate, we have some family in Wisconsin. They're cheeseheads, but they're not going to be pretty happy. Anyway, so coming up here, Smokey making his ESFL debut against Optimus Jojo. And honestly, Optimus Jojo, though he may have lost last week, had a pretty decent showing. And it wasn't until like the end of the fight that he ended up losing. So really, this is something that I'm excited to see this. No cap.
I love it. No cap, blood.
Bloods.
That's how I'm gonna say it. Our producer Feckett was saying how he was impressed. Optimus Jojo actually came out of the ESFL wrestling, ESFLW, a lot of fun. WWE 2K23, I think we were doing. Anyway, he started off wrestling and looked at UFC and obviously Undisputed and said, "Let me try this." You know, the WWE, we just did it for fun, but Undisputed has a future of competition and
a real belt.
Takes this seriously. Exactly. A real belt. Just like we actually gave out a couple real belts last UFC season. We gave one out in 2023. If you didn't see our Undisputed season, the first one a couple years ago, it was a great time. Also gave out a real belt. Our YouTube, there, go check out our YouTube. That's the final plug for that. We haven't seen this matchup before at all, Ruthless. I told these guys we want some unique matchups tonight. They're starting to provide it.
Yeah, and honestly, that was because of me. I was so damn tired of seeing Terrence Harford or super sugar, man. Like I was so done. Anyway, Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. I'm saying his name wrong.
There you go.
And everyone's gonna fry me in the chat, but that's okay. Both of these guys are definitely. I know Barrera's definitely fought Pacquiao. I'm pretty sure in the past. And a very nice lead hook up top. And I like this. I like this engagement that Optimus Jojo is starting to do. You see this? He's measuring with his steps, and I like it. And he's not circling. He's just going in and out and forcing no cap blunt Smokey to back up. And Smokey inside of a loose footwork stance and gets caught with a body hook in the upper. And a hook up top. There you go.
What I like to see from Optimus is that he was backing up, getting his opponent to chase him, and then he planted his feet and ripped a combo and got out of there. That's the type of unpredictability that's real helpful. Oh, good shots there by No Cap, though, a.k.a. Smokey.
Yeah, that was a really good step-in combination there. Both of those counter shots were body jab and a body uppercut. Excellent, well timed, and a very nice body hook. Oh, but return to sender from Optimus Jojo.
I'm telling you, with the right guys facing each other, fighting the right way, this game looks pretty good. It's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to a few more patches to really fine-tune it, but another real skillful fight we're seeing here.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the clinch returning and then modifying that to make it an actual useful tool. It's annoying. It's annoying to see in an actual boxing match, but that's the point. You want realism. And if somebody is getting beat up, man, guess what? I'm giving you a really nice hug like it's Christmas morning and Santa just came. Like, I don't want to get knocked out, man. Like, very nice jab, uppercut, then another jab lands there from Optimus Jojo as I sing Christmas songs.
It's all about that risk and reward. So if you get caught going in for one of those clinches and you can take a huge uppercut on the way in, that should clean your clock. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to some vulnerability and hit detection and online improvements. But again, I think this game's in a decent spot. And if the right type of guys are trying to fight the right way, like we have here in the ESFL, it's a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to commentate on.
Oh, for sure. You know what I was thinking too, since you're the matchmaker, getting Tekken matches going on in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That would be interesting to explore. You're not sports, but they're, fighting. I love fighting. Anyway,
a lot of guys that play those games, and actually some of our best fighters, especially in the UFC league, play the DBZ. So we'll consider it. We do want to switch some things up and have different games and kind of some like fun, random events, not always just like competition tournaments type of thing.
Well, of course, I'd be excited to see what happens. Anyway, that was my plug to see some games that I'd like to see. And if you are interested in seeing some other stuff, leave us a comment in the videos and inside of the chat and in our Discord right now of things that you would like to see the ESFL do going forward. Oh, very nice power uppercut lands by Smokey, no cap.
That's good work, man. Both these guys very skillful, but again, not afraid to exchange here and there, to say the least. I feel like No Cap sort of starting. Oh, just as I say that, Optimus catches him real nice. I was like, about to say No Cap starting to get a little distance and getting some momentum, but nope. Optimus put an end to that quick.
He definitely did that body shot. Then he went up top. That's the point, right? That's called mixing up your strikes. And I honestly can't say that it's done any better than that. That was really good.
Super nice. Love to see it. So let's see. These guys are smaller weight class, of course. Haven't seen any heavyweights tonight quite yet. 10 rounds, 91+% stamina already. Guys aren't fighting at a crazy pace. Started the third round. I'm thinking we're going to keep seeing what we've been seeing. Some action, neither guy going balls out, but neither guy really shelling up either.
Yeah, you know the term balls out, that like balls to the wall? It comes from the piston balls on a train back in, like, I don't know, like the early 1900s. And when the balls were to the wall, that means the train was going full throttle. Just like you just saw Optimus Jojo land a hook up top, hook to the body, a hook up top, and then he gets caught himself by Smokey. And now 3 consecutive shots go unanswered there. Smokey just got answered, though. Man, this is so back and forth.
I love it. No Cap went to the body just a little bit too much and got caught in the cookie jar. Optimus caught him with an uppercut, and then there's a great combo there. These guys are starting to open it up a little bit more, but neither guy's really being reckless, which is good to see.
Ooh. Oh.
I like it. I like it. The head health didn't take a lot, but it's chipping away slowly but surely.
Absolutely. That was really smooth.
Minute left, third round.
I love this matchup.
Yeah, for real. I've never seen this matchup. I've seen each guy.
It's a Mexican matchup.
Not together like this. Good style matchup. Obviously, no Cap. With Eric Morales is just a little bit taller. Nice work there. The Barrera's a beast. Mexican pride on the line here.
I really like how he's using that loose footwork. He does need to be a little bit careful when he's stepping into the pocket, because as he does, he's been caught a few times. But honestly, he's being successful when he's not getting caught, just like that, because when he entered there, he threw and he landed successfully, and about 4 shots went unanswered and honestly uncontested to even now. And that's the end of the third, man. I'm excited to see what CompuBox thinks, because I think I already know the answer.
Look at No Cap. He was very judicious with his punches. He got a 4% recovery that round. That's awesome. If you can get 3-4% recovery each round, that adds up big time. Not only is he not sacrificing his stamina bar, but he's recovering quickly. He's getting some good shots. I suppose he's winning on the scorecards. I don't know for sure, and I'm a horrible judge. Who do you got here? Let's see.
Honestly, I was wrong. Like you. I was wrong, and we were wrong. That's the commentator thing, right? But
close. Yeah,
he's definitely getting good. He's definitely started to pick up the pace, and that last round was a very clear indication of what this fight could be if he's able to enter the pocket successfully and do what he did before. But now he's getting mimicked, and very a lot of shots there. Hard to commentate on them. They were good.
Oh yeah, especially they're fast action, faster than you can speak. What I'm interested, not only is No Cap doing this, but earlier tonight, people were really not afraid to just counter with a simple jab to the body, because that sets up everything else. I feel like no one ever counters with a jab to the body in UFC, but in this game, you can actually do it and set things up. It's real nice to see.
Yeah, I'll say that after I started playing the beta for this game, I got a lot better at striking inside of UFC. And not that the footwork is so much better in this game. That's just plain and simple. But it was with understanding what kind of combinations I could throw. So if you're a player of UFC 5 and you haven't tried this out, this may be a game that could help you with striking in general. And it can help you with footwork, because even if it's not as fluid as this game, the principles still stand. And if you can get good here, as we saw with like EK Warrior, you can become great inside of UFC.
It translates a lot. It does. Big shot there. That was real nice timing. Power right hand, right in perfect time, perfect spot. I like it. 15 seconds left, 4th round. Both guys trying to sneak one in at the end. Fun round, fun fight. Another one that's pretty damn close. I'm starting to be, biased towards No Cap, I guess. Maybe it's just the green gloves. I like them.
I like green.
Flashy.
It's Christmas colors.
There you go. We got Mexico versus Mexico. Christmas colors. Also Mexican flag colors. Maybe not. It is neon of a green though.
No, that neon green is very bright. Like he took a glow stick and like that's crazy. That's very saturated.
There you go. Nice shot there. Optimus wants to turn things around and be like, hey, I want to be clear that I'm getting the better of these exchanges.
I think,
close.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Now he's getting comfortable in there, and Optimus Jojo is who I'm referring to. And he recognizes that the big shot that No Cap Smokey's trying to do is he's trying to set up a power hook up top. He's doing it by throwing a jab here, jab there, just like that. And there you go, just like that. But now it looks like he got hurt. Or actually, no, that was just a ridiculously strong and powerful shot. But that was what I would imagine. I thought that he was, and maybe he did know it was coming, but that was exactly, and it seems like that's exactly what Smokey is trying to set up with all these little like poking shots with the lead arm, because he's trying to set up a power hook up top. He's thrown it and he's landed a few times. He's missed a bunch as well.
He kind of gets off rhythm and then just, big right hand. It landed nicely. Barrera tough as nails. Optimus Jojo walking forward as if it did not hurt. I'm sure that shook a couple cobwebs out though.
Oh, absolutely. Very nice. Oh, another straight shot landing flush.
15 seconds. We'll be halfway through this fight.
Nice
very
shot.
Competitive. A lot of action. Another fun one tonight.
Another body jab there lands. Whew. Good round, good round. I tell you, this is exciting. I enjoy this, and if you're watching this and you're about to fight next, mixing it up, man, it just makes for such an interesting fight. I look forward to seeing up next, and I'll give a little spoiler. We're seeing Elite King going against ZR. ZR coming off a victory, and I know Elite King from UFC. That's up next, so make sure you stay tuned because we're really starting to get through to the next few fights on this card, and I'm pretty excited here to see what comes next.
Hell yeah, man. This undercard, these prelims have been like top notch. I'm going to give them A- level so far, which is about as good as you can ask for, especially in the prelims. So great work by everybody. This fight's been awesome too, but really the top half of our card is super stacked. I'm looking forward to Versatile versus Treehouse. That's going to be super fun. Looks like that might be getting promoted to the main event. I'm not sure. We'll look at that news here after this. But let's finish this fight because it's starting to get some action now. Whew. Good work. Uh-oh, his head health. He's got that caution symbol. It takes a while to get that head health back, too, from Morales for No Cap. So if he takes another big counter shot to the head, it might be enough to knock him down. Look how long it takes to recover that head health. It takes like 3-4 times longer than UFC 5 for real.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Oh. But now they've traded those shots, and if you could see your opponent's health, then he would know to go forward, and that was
true. You're right.
Oh my goodness. And now he is throwing. He is throwing a lot up top, and he's pushing forward. Optimus Jojo, I think he does smell blood in the water, and he is starting to put a lot of pressure here. He's starting to put a lot of pressure. He might go into loose footwork just to catch his opponent, and honestly, he needs to start cutting off the ring. And very nice. Another lead hook lands, but he got caught with a rear hook.
This is such a fun fight right now. It's just like accelerating. Optimus Jojo's chasing his prey. No Cap still
nice. Oh,
nice 4-shot combo.
And he lands a 5th one as well. That's not the part of that combo, but a 5th shot lands. Oh, another power up top lands power hook. That has been the power shot of choice coming from Smokey. And I think we're closer, and we may have just gotten through the middle of this fight, right? I think we are.
Well, I think that was fight 5. Yep. So, round 5, right? So we'll come up on the round 6, I believe, or is this round 7?
There we are.
That was round 6. So this is round 7. They got Optimus Jojo winning, but they actually gave No Cap that last round, which I don't know, man. Razor thin.
Honestly,
I think whoever gets the first knockdown to win, it's going to come down to that.
And maybe all of it is, and where they showed that he won that round is that power hook. Right, it's doing so much damage, at least visually on the camera. Those character models, the character models responding. Wow, holy! He lands it again. Wow.
I love it. I love this fight. Both these guys got a future in the ESFL Undisputed official roster too. I do declare, because you just see the skill, but also they want to put on a show.
They're
oh point fighting by any means. Big shot. I didn't hope that right hand, and then he throws a 5-piece. Yeah, now the Mexican fighters are getting after it.
Absolutely, man. This is a war if I've ever saw one.
Woo. Yes, sir. We got to pick a fight of the night tonight, so we got to keep that in mind. Not saying this is a fight of the night, but something, it's ramping up there.
Oh,
Big
my
shot
God.
and a counter. All right. Keep it up. Maybe
was...
they do want fight of the night. Let's go, boys. I want to give it to you. Let's earn it.
Yeah, absolutely. Those exchanges and those exchanges are really, really powerful on both sides. I'm just waiting for someone to drop. A nice lead hook lands, followed up by a body uppercut. They are trading shots back and forth with these rounded strikes like crazy, and I'm wondering who's going to start throwing from distance with 1-2s. Because they're landing so many hooks. The person that kind of switches up their rhythm and is able to step in and out and actually successfully time out a well-timed straight could possibly take this away. Very nice. Oh my God.
Wow, I love it. And No Cap is just not scared. He's got like a sliver of head health. He's just one shot away from getting put on the canvas himself, but he's still in there swinging and banging, landing big right hands, landing good left hand counters to the body. It's a great time. I'm having a great time here.
That right overhand continues to land for him almost whenever he wants, Smokey. And the thing is, though, and what he needs to be careful of is he's getting countered from a check hook just like that, and that's really doing a lot of damage to his head, as you can see here. And another one, and now he is walking him down. Here comes Optimus Jojo saying, WWE, dope, but I want to be a boxer. And I don't want to just be WWE champion. I want to be ESFL Undisputed champion. And he making a good case with that knockdown. That was a very well-timed check hook and power hook followed up. That was awesome. He really made a great read there.
He did. Perfect read, and there's still a minute 50 on this round. No Cap on wobbly legs. He's still hurt. It takes a while to get that head health back, man, but he can't just run away. He's going to have to try to stand his ground a little bit and then retreat. Big shot. That's how you do it.
Absolutely, but he's getting cracked with the lead and then the rear hook numerous times. Oh, okay. He's doing a dance. And I think that's going to be a...
Oh my God! Threw in the towel. Disconnect, maybe. Or surrender. I think it was disconnection. I don't think it was a cut.
He definitely didn't want. Optimus Jojo 100% did not do that on purpose. Yeah. He just got a knockdown. That is so. What a sad way for this fight to end. And honestly, if it was earlier, we would definitely go back. I can't imagine us going back to redo that. That's crazy. Oh my God.
And we would, if it was less than 5 rounds, and definitely if this was like a tournament or something, we would rerun it, or even go to the scorecards after 5 rounds. But it's just exhibition. I'm just bummed because that was turning out to be like one of the sickest fights, potential fight of the night for real. Too bad, man. Hey, I'm going to make sure, another thing I'm going to put on my matchmaking notes over here, have them matched up again down the line.
Rematch.
Not next week, but sometime down the line, I got to make sure we get that matchup again, because that was just classic, man. I want to make sure they got to be the same fighters too.
Yeah, for sure, because honestly, that was great. I'm assuming that will be like a no contest. That's just my thought. I'm a commentator. I don't make decisions. But I will say, though, what we got coming up next, unfortunate for that last fight ending, disappointingly, it was really starting to get good. But I'm telling you right now, the next fight is about to be amazing. Sure. Because the next fight, we do have a substitution. K Young Butter, unable to make it here tonight. We are being substituted with Elite King 709. I know this guy from UFC. I do not know this guy in boxing. Him and I were supposed to make calves in UFC and then fight each other back on 4. And we just didn't do it. Yeah, we just didn't do it. But he's a cool dude. From talking with him in Discord in the past, don't know how he's going to translate the really cool style of talking and text in Discord to boxing, but he's going against ZR, who's coming off of a victory against Word Life last week. He opened up the fight card last week, and now he is a mid-carder, ending the upper card here, the undercard, upper card, Jesus. The undercard here is ZR, and that's because he did an extremely good job taking care of Word Life. Now he has a substitution, and if you're like me, whenever I'm inside of a card like this, if I know my opponent has content online, I'm watching, because I'm watching, studying tape, and he may have done that. I doubt it, but he may have done that with K Young Buddha, and now he's got this replacement, somebody he wasn't expecting to fight, and finally, as long as Elite King doesn't change his pick and make me look like a fool.
We got some problems. We're going to have to back out. Elite King looks like his system froze. Getting a quick restart. We're going to try them again. Elite King versus Age. You're right, though. Elite King has been part of ESFL for quite a while, part of TK, the Kings. And
he is.
Seasonal. We had a team matchup, I believe, in season 4 of UFC 4. So, yeah. Long story short, Elite King's like, yo, throw me in there. I'm available. Let's make this fight happen. So we're going to give them one more chance. Hopefully tech issues iron it out. Things have been all considered pretty good from the tech point of view. That's something we want to see patched and improved a little bit, because we can't be having disconnects and some of these issues when we're competitive, but it is what it is. Seems like pretty good connections tonight, all considered. Looking at the rest of this card, I know we've had some changes, we've had some deletions, we've had some people swapping out, but the 2 fights that have remained that I'm looking forward to are the Pug versus Finesse and versus Style versus Treehouse. But don't forget, EK Warrior's looking to avenge his loss to Easy Work GG last week. So we're going to see EK Warrior, I believe, against Striking, and I don't think that one changed. So anyway, long story short, got some awesome fights coming up, but hey, they're locked in. The countdown's going. Elite King versus Zed, a.k.a. H. Let's make it happen, Ruthless.
Yeah, man. So is it verse style or versa style? Are you getting, you and Kingsley said the same thing with the A. Where is the A coming from?
Versa style? It's verse, unless you want to say verse style, but it's, if I went phonetically, V-E-R-S-E, that's verse, and then there's another
style.
Verse? No, there is not another. So I'm the wrong. I don't even know. I love verse style, aka verse style. I'm pretty sure he told me one time versus.
Versus style. I mean, look, I'm just saying, man. This guy, you picked two common words in the English language, and you put them together, and you've made 3 people, me, Kingsley, and Boiler here, think it's versus style. I don't know, man. We just might call you VS and get over with it. Anyway, to the actual fight here, Elite King ZR, they are throwing hands like nobody's business, and I've never seen this arena before. This is really cool.
Yeah, there's some pretty legit arenas they've added in. Some have like weird glitches and issues, but knock on wood, I don't believe this is one of them. And hey, if we can kind of diversify the background, it's not always WBC arena, and it works, I'm happy for that. Both these guys have landed some good shots already and throwing some power shots too. Seems like they're not feeling each other out here much in the first round. More like going for some big shots. Kell Brook versus Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, man, and Elite King getting rocked here. I was just going to give him a compliment. Now he is getting hurt, and Kell Brooks is marching forward.
He landed huge shots all the way through, and bam, he's going down. Timber.
That's in the first round. This is the first fight in the last 2 cards that we've seen a knockdown happen in the very first round. This is huge. You're starting off the fight against Omaha in such a crazy good standing right now. You could walk the next 2 fights, the next 2 rounds, and just block. Oh my God, the combinations from ZR are crazy.
Dude, he wants to get the first finish of the night for sure. He's going
in the first round.
Yep. Damn near.
Awesome.
Oh, nice shot back by Elite King. He's like, look, dude, I'm a vet. You got the start on me. 10-8 first round, whatever. I'm going to fire back at you. This is tough for Elite King, though. At least based off that record, he hasn't fought much ranked. Record wasn't that great. That doesn't mean anything at all. He could be practicing with his boys all the time. But you got to feel like a little bit shock and awe if you're Terrence Crawford, if you're Elite King right there, getting rocked, getting put on the floor that quick.
Oh, No doubt, man. I mean, and Elite King, maybe he's just got that pre-fight jitter, but he's going against ZRH. And the thing is that if I got knocked down in the first round, which has definitely happened in this game before in beta, but if I get knocked down in the first round, I am being defensive, and I'm like, okay, I need to start seeing why did I get knocked down, where am I open, like that right there. He was able to get his hands up just in time to avoid getting hit with an uppercut, and so far the defensive prowess of Elite King is looking really good in here in the second.
Yeah, man. Elite King, I think he realized, hey, I guard your grill. Defense is the #1 priority.
Guard
Don't give
your
up defense
grill.
for offense.
Guard your grill. This man said, guard your grill. That was
Do it.
Do it, man. You got the bling bling in the grill there, bud. This is 2005. The
P.
grill.
Mills. We saw exhibit earlier. P. Mills. This sounds like 2005 type of
It
day.
definitely does sound like 2005. And Fight Night was pretty prominent back in 2005. I think Fight Night round 2.
They have great soundtracks. If you ever listen to the Fight Night round 2, Fight Night round 3, round 4, go back and look at those on Spotify. You can find them.
I used to love playing Fight Night round 3 because of the body modifier. If you didn't like work out or something, you could make Roy Jones Jr. fat. It was crazy. That was such an interesting thing. It's like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But back to the actual fight, these guys are throwing so much power at each other, and similarly to the Word Life fight, we're seeing so many power shots from ZR come, but at what cost? His stamina. That's the cost.
Ooh, big shot back. Hey, Elite King is not going to be a pushover, even though he got hurt real bad, and nice shots there by Zed. He's got some great combos. But I'm telling you, Elite King is sneaking in some big shots that, he's got a puncher's chance. But look at that, plus 4% stamina. Really, Zed is fighting smarter and doing more damage. And if you're fighting smarter and doing more damage, you're right on the path to victory. Yep.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I haven't seen yet is I haven't seen Saul Canelo Alvarez, and hopefully someone picks him because I freaking enjoy. I enjoy playing as that character when I played the beta, but I haven't seen anybody pick him here in chat. Maybe you guys can share your thoughts as to why that is, why someone would be picking Saul. I mean, that guy is considered one of the best boxers of all time up to this point, but I don't really see him much. Anyway, the thing I would love to do is implore pushing forward and landing the body shots, landing a lot of power shots. And what I like, what I'm seeing here coming from Elite King is he's not impatiently trying to push forward, and he's stepping back and stepping in, but isn't walking into the shots as ZR is maintaining and standing still in the center. He's not getting pushed away. Very nice power hook. Lands again. And an uppercut. Whew, had him bounce off the ropes.
That's got to be a new animation in there. That was awesome. I've never seen him bounce off the ropes like that. That was legit, man. He stunned him and followed with a big lead uppercut, which just caught him, knocked him all the way back into the ropes. He's up quick, but that's 2 knockdowns. Not good at all, even for Bud Crawford.
No, it's a 3rd round. Think about that. 2 knockdown, and it's only the 3rd round. And where that's coming from is that counter power right up top. And again, he put himself in a situation where he could have just been cracked. And an uppercut lands flush there, lead uppercut, and another power hook lands from Kell Brooks, Special K. And he is pushing forward and is being relentless right now with his combinations. This is a great showing from ZR, man. Oh, a nice power straight lands there from Elite King.
Yeah, Elite King's starting to throw more and more power shots. When they land, they do some good work, but when he gets countered, that's when he's hitting the canvas. Kell Brooks got a chin on him because he's caught a few power shots and didn't knock his head health lower than halfway. Sometimes even only a quarter of the way down. So Kell Brooks, great chin. Zed putting on the pressure. Maybe he wants a little more defense, but he also wants to put on a show. And let's put on a show. Let's get a finish. Let's make it happen one way or the other. 29-26 copy box. So
when he's not getting knocked down, he's winning essentially. But
that easy. It's that easy. Big shot. That was nice. Kell Brook. I've never used him in this game actually, but looking at this, he got the length, the speed, the power. Seems to have a chin. I think some competitors may have to take another look at Special K as a potential fighter at this weight class. And I mean, he doesn't have the stats of Crawford, but he's
Nice
hanging
strike.
in there nicely. That was nice.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. And the body hook lands there flush. Another body hook lands there from Terrence Crawford, Elite King to Special K's body. And oh my God, once again, he has set himself up almost to get countered with a rear hook, but it didn't land. It's so interesting. He got caught with the jab there as he went forward, and an uppercut counter as he was going down. And man, he's missed about 3 shots that he threw Elite King. That is, and ZR is throwing a masterclass right now. He's doing so well. A power straight lands flush for him. Great job.
Those counters real nice. I want to see another one of those counter uppercuts really do some devastation. He went for one, but he got caught up beforehand. Beautiful work. He knows
chat.
Got to start chucking a little bit more so he can get those counters.
Let us know, chat, if Kell Brook has a perk for uppercuts, because now I'm starting to think he might, by the nature and by the way he's throwing that, like you just saw there, that uppercut. He landed an uppercut and then threw a power jab, and it ended up being a counter shot. And right there, once again, he gets countered. Here comes an uppercut. Here comes the uppercuts. As you can see, the lead uppercut, and he's really trying to land it flush and trying to finish out the round with a knockdown, just like he had in the past 2 out of the 4 rounds, but he wasn't able to do so. Now we're coming up on the 5th round, and honestly, Elite King is in a lot of trouble.
He is. He really is. He's gotten a couple good shots in there, but every time he lands a power shot, thinks he's going to get some momentum, he gets hit hard. And there's a 4-piece. Pop, 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 pop.
And we have a dead controller. Are we about to, okay, I think we're good.
I was about to say maybe he lagged out there, but maybe I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good now. I think he had a dead controller, maybe it disconnected there. But we're back in the action, and I like the sportsmanship that we saw from ZR for him to give a little bit of space. And right now, he's just keeping his hands up. He didn't throw for a few seconds, and that's very respectful. We run a very respectful league here. Very good uppercut lands flush from ZR, and now Terrence Crawford coming forward, looking to make something happen here, because at this point he is being outclassed at least 3 out of the last 4 rounds. And throwing those jabs very good. Another jab, and he's missing there. And I see what's happening, Boiler, is that pullback. That pullback is really what's throwing off Elite King.
You're totally right. And right there, he caught him with, even though it wasn't a flash bulb counter, it was a good left off the pullback. He's getting in there, kind of lulling Elite King into a rhythm. And right when Elite King's about to throw a big shot, pull back, whop. Right there, another one. And then a lead uppercut to the body to follow it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, man, you called it perfectly.
That's why I am the matchmaker. No, I'm just kidding. These guys will probably whoop my butt, man. The talent these days in the esports fight league, and whether it's Undisputed or UFC, is just immense. So big shout out to all the competitors.
Nice.
Big shot there. I'm loving seeing this real skill start to translate to these video games, man.
Nice. Oh my God, that was a really good combination. It really was.
Smooth as butter.
Yeah, man.
Damage too.
It was a jab, lead hook, straight. That's one of the very basic fundamental combos of fighting games, I would say, for UFC and for boxing. What I know right now, like what I've learned in Muay Thai, which could be completely different from boxing, is there's something called a jab series and a straight series. So it's like a jab, hook, jab, jab, straight jab, jab, body hook, jab, jab, uppercut, jab. And you do the same, but with straights now. Basically, the punch you start with is what you end with, and you do so in a sense of just like getting in a good rhythm of body of movement and calling and shots for trying not to get hit with a power straight. Maybe that would be one of the things that I should be learning, because boy was I rambling about combos that weren't happening. But point being is that sometimes combinations, they could start and end with the same punch that they began with. And so what we're seeing right now is they kind of have a preset of combinations, but they're varying between about 12 to 15 of them, I would say. They got a few of them in their bank, and I'd like to see them be a little bit more free flowing. Very nice uppercut lands right there, very well timed.
No, that's the really why it's the sweet science. There's only a small number of combos of, especially like 3-punch combos, even 4-punch combos. There's only so many, but the distance, the angles, the timing, and the head games, that's what makes the difference.
Couldn't said it better myself.
Oh no. We're still live. We know we're still live.
Nah, they are going through another dimension, but they have returned. Wow.
Wah, 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 wah.
Very nice. And now look at this. Oh
There's
my
the
goodness.
respect from Zed. Come on, Elite King, pull through. Oh no, it's a surrender, isn't it?
Man.
Last week we had none of these, and we've had 2 today. That's why it's still exhibition, folks. I want to have a true competitive season, but we just can't do it with this type of stuff. But honestly, Zed was more than likely going to win. But hey, Elite King caught him. Some big shots. That one power shot he landed was enough to chop his HUD health down at least by half. He could have landed a couple of those, gotten a knockdown for all we know. It's a shame. We're not going to restart this fight. I guess if this was a competitive season, after the 5th round, we go to the judges' scorecards is how we'll pretty much do it. We will post the rules down the line, but it's just an exhibition. It is what it is. Great fight, both you guys. Man, I wanted to see how that concluded, though. That's a bummer, huh?
Yeah, Zedar was really showing something quite spectacular. And hey, matchmaker, man, I really want to see. I kind of want to see Zedar and Optimus Jojo go at it, because that was crazy. Give them some redemption as long as their connection would be decent enough. Anyway, honestly, though the last 2 fights ended that way, and to your point, why it can't be too competitive just yet, it's still spectacular that both times the victor, was kind of up and ahead, and then, this is happening. They were still great fights, and it's unfortunate, but they were still very good fight. You need a controller for this game. What?
We're trying to get these guys locked in. We're going to be going to Warrior versus Striking next, I think. But you're right. It's like those games were so fun that we don't really even care about the result. I just wanted to see how it evolved and how it went into those later rounds, see if there could be a big comeback or get caught, whatever. But hey, look, we're going to this next fight. Looks like Warrior versus Striking, and just as you asked for, there's Saul Alvarez, Canelo. And they got the music going. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
They're locked
I gotta
in,
say,
though.
I've never seen Dimitri Bivol at all. I don't even know who that boxer is, but I certainly know Saul Canelo Alvarez. I mean, I might get crapped on for that, but I really don't know who that is. I'll have to look him up now. But still, I'm really excited to see this, especially because I don't know the fighter. It makes it more exciting for me. The chat's probably going in an uproar like, how can he commentate? This guy don't even know who the hell is fighting.
Welcome to the WBC arena. Next to me, of course.
They're all over it now. Bibble's fighting, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Bitterbeef. February 22nd, the rematch. The second. They fought earlier this year. It's a hell of a fight. It's
all from
hopefully
Kyrgyzstan.
it'll turn into one of those epic trilogies down the line. But February 22nd is the rematch. By the way, of Bibble.
I might be watching that then, especially because I didn't know him now.
Or whatever. But anyway, he is new to the game. He came on a DLC, right? I think he only came in. He wasn't in the beta. I'm pretty damn sure, at least.
Yeah.
First DLC.
Omni only knows boxers who are in the beta. Yeah, and then no.
They've added some cool ones. I hope they add a lot more, and I hope they're not all DLC. You have to pay for them, but it is what it is.
Oh wait,
You know
do you have to pay for the recent ones? You have to pay for
The
every
DLC.
fighter, or the DLC packages are $20?
The whole pack. The pack's $20.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean,
I know.
oh man,
Rough.
not a fan of that. At least that's one thing UFC did right, is that all fighters are free.
I definitely agree. The alter egos is one of the best parts of UFC 5, to be honest.
It's perfect, and I think they should keep that in UFC 6, and they should also start doing things like getting Sean Shirk. That was a really nice body uppercut, and followed by a straight that landed there from Saul Canelo Alvarez.
This is going to be super fun. Now,
Oh,
I've never seen Bivol fight in this game. I've seen him like IRL or whatever, but this matchup against Canelo, he's going to really have to keep his distance. If Canelo gets in there, he's going to chop him up, especially to the body.
yeah, and striking, I think, you know, one of the things that we kind of didn't do this time around was talking a little bit, but last week striking ended up losing to Versatile or VS because, you know, there's debate.
Fight
on
of the
this
night.
thing.
It was fight of the night, actually.
It was.
They lost by majority decision, I think, or somewhat close like that.
It was so close. It was so close, and I think he only lost at the end. And coming off of, you know, EK Warrior, who's also had a loss last week, and it was not as close, and him losing to Easy Work GG, you know, EK Warrior really trying to show up and show out in the boxing scene. So he's looking to get a win here tonight. I mean, I hope they both are, but
they both are. I can tell that there's a little bit of lag in there, but these guys got to fight through it. That's what we're, you know, it's how it works. Now, Warrior, he ended up ranked number 2 in the UFC 5 Season 1 Xbox rankings, but he did lose against his rival, Easy Work GG, both in UFC 5 earlier in 2024, as well as last week in Undisputed. It's just an exhibition, but I know he didn't want to lose that. So Warrior looking to turn that around. Striking, on the other hand, like you said, barely lost in the co-main last week. So both these dudes are studs. Neither of them want to go 0-2. Both, you know, they'll do almost anything they can to not go 0-2, I suppose.
nice. That right there is a really well-timed body uppercut that landed there. From, oh my God, from striking now. Striking was able to land a very nice straight lead hook block, and then the body uppercut landed there. And he just got caught himself by Bivol. EK Warrior in pushing forward is EK Warrior when he can, and the very nice hook lands, but he missed his secondary shot. He just traded uppercuts for hooks. That was a pretty nice barter, I would say.
Yep. Yeah, that, you know, sometimes you gotta get those trades, and if you just barely win that exchange, just keep doing that. Keep doing that. It adds up, both in damage and points. Good work here. Warrior wants to keep a little bit of range, though. He's been doing the best when he's a little out of range of striking. Because look at that. With Canelo, he can really throw some big shots striking.
Yeah, I mean, his stamina is highly concerning, and from what we can see with Warrior. And I think that striking is starting to get into his groove and is landing to the body a lot. And he's also having success up top, but the body shots are really the story. He misses all 3 of those strikes, and he was able to successfully defend his body from a lead uppercut. Does striking. Nice shot there to the body. Another block. Oh, that was a good exchange there. 1-2 exchange for a body uppercut. Excellent changes. And a nice body uppercut there.
Another fun and skillful fight that has a lot of action to people getting hurt, trying to do some damage to their opponent. But not being reckless, not being stupid, even though the announcer just said caution to the wind. I don't agree. Oh, nice shot.
There's the caution to the wind.
That's very true. Hey, maybe the announcer, he does it for a living. I guess I should defer to him. Not. Get out of here, you bum. All right, 88% stamina, 4% recovery. Not bad at all. And look at that, 94% health. Didn't really take much damage. Great work there by Warrior, keeping the distance, getting some good shots. I mean, striking landed a couple, and he was very close to landing a few more that could have done devastating damage. But Warrior did just enough to hit and run, keep that distance. Don't fall in love with the slugfest, and I think Warrior can take this.
Very nice body hook there, lands as he was circling to his left there for EK Warrior. A nice jab and a straight lands there from striking. He was able to land those in really good range, so he timed that well. Here comes a body shot, and he lands it successfully. He kind of telegraphed that a bit, and I'm shocked that Warrior didn't respond with an uppercut, but I digress. Here comes Warrior. I think he's just trying to slow down the pace and get as much read as possible, and Warrior's really good for that. Nice hook. He will not allow the the thrill of the fight and the way of the rhythm and beat control how he fights. He's done that in UFC. He does that here in boxing, and you can see it right now because, as you can see, he's not always striking. He's not always striking with striking. You know, he's backing up, he's putting his hands up, and he's keeping it interesting, right? He's also conserving stamina as he's doing this a lot of the time. And he's just throwing here and there, like, oh, okay, I was able to land that, right? Like now he's thinking that he just got caught by a lead body hook there, and he lands a really nice combination, Broiler.
Firing back. Well, Warrior, I can't read his mind, but I have a feeling he knows that he started this fight off nicely, and he's got his opponent pretty frustrated. Now, that was great work by striking. Good shots there, but most of this round, Warrior's been getting out of the way. Striking's been whiffing, bleeding a little stamina, getting more frustrated. Well, the striking's starting to cut off the ring and catch some round strikes.
Nice.
Ooh, that was close. That was close. Overall, great round for Warrior. Striking had a few moments, but Warrior landed more, did more damage. And look at that, plus 7%
awesome.
Stamina all day.
That's the IQ of boxing that Warrior has. That was kind of missing last week, to be quite honest. But it was missing, I think, because of the moment, and I think of the emotions that Warrior has against Easy Work GG. That rivalry there is pretty strong.
Sure.
But honestly, Warrior, as I said last week, and I'll say it again today, is one of the best virtual boxers that exist. The guy is so good at changing the pace of a fight, and you just saw it. 7 is the highest that I've seen since I started watching a game again, and he did that with ease. He blocked a lot. He threw a lot of 1-2s. He may not have won the last round, but they said he did because he was more accurate. And that's the thing. You don't always need to throw. You do need to conserve your stamina, though. And he was able to do that.
Right. It's like almost a perfect round, besides like knocking your opponent down twice or something. But if you can win the round, gain 7% stamina back, and you know for a fact your opponent threw and missed a lot. I mean, striking probably only gained a couple percent back, and he also burned more. That's a double whammy. So great work by Warrior, but still a long way to go. This ain't even close to over yet.
No, not at all. And neither is the Eagles versus Packers. And Eagles, first quarter already have 7 on the board. It's 13 minutes left, and they have the ball again. So, I mean, right now, it's just it's a happy day for me. And,
happy days. Not for the Broncos. They got blown out. It's all right.
Unfortunate.
Kingsley, I love you, my guy. Go win. Get to the Super Bowl. Gosh dang it. But my Boilermakers did kick some ass in basketball for what it's worth today. So, yeah. We got next year for the Broncos. We're still a young team. We got a great rookie quarterback. Good defense. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, they made it to the playoffs. That's nothing to shy against.
Yep, for sure. Oh, good shot there. 1 minute left. 4th round. Oh, no. I was just about to say, Warrior's starting to stand still and fire back a little bit more, and when he did that too much, he got caught.
And I think that's, to your point, right? You don't want to stand still in front of Saul Canelo Alvarez, but he has done really well to avoid getting hit to the body. And I want to point out something that EK Warrior does here. This is for anybody trying to get a little better at the game. Watch how he steps in, plants his feet, and then backs up. And then what you notice here is he's getting caught inside of the corner, and he just got, oh, man. But anyway, let's see what he does moving forward. He got caught. He got caught when I was, Warrior, what are you doing, man? I'm trying to talk you up. And he got caught. He got caught right as I was saying. My mom, like, I digress. Warrior steps in and he backs out. That was and he just did it there. That's all I was trying to say before, but he got cracked, and I was like, oh man, he just made me look dumb. Like, what's going on?
Nice. All right, we're approaching. We're in the 5th round still. A lot of time to go. Warrior is not taking much damage. He's starting to open up a little bit more, and he's taking some shots. But Bivol's got a hell of a chin on him. Still, though, you don't want to take too many shots from Canelo. I'll tell you that.
No, you don't. He was able to land that jab as he moved forward. Good jab.
I'm gonna have. It's hard for me to spend $20 on DLC, but Bivol looks like a lot of fun to use. Might have to try him out.
That's the DLC also.
Get Caleb playing too. At least they got some legit boxers in it. But
Jake Paul, right?
we'll see. Jake Paul. No, he's. I don't know. That's the other DLC. You gotta.
You'd like to see more jabs.
Yeah. Yep.
Jake Paul.
That's
Morales,
where those.
Okay, that's what I heard.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where the Barrera and the Morales came from.
Oh,
That
that's
second
awesome.
pack.
Man, so $40 so far you would have to spend to have all fighters.
Yeah.
Undisputed, hear me now. Please release an Ultimate Edition next like month or something. That's like you're asking for like over $110 when your game was costing like 70. Whoa, and then things like that happen where his head goes
Ooh,
into
big
his
shot.
body. Come on now.
Well,
And-
first off, this is a great end to this round. Big shots. Nice.
It really
Striking,
is.
holding his ground, and he's like, all right, you're going to push me against the ropes. I'm going to hit it back
On
hard.
5%
there.
recovery there. That was really good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you know what? I need to buy this for PS5 because I have it on PC, but a lot of my friends are on PS5. But I was a crossplay, baby. They're supposed to be working on crossplay. We really need crossplay. It would help so much.
I thought that they
card today.
released it with it too. See,
Nope.
I'm gonna wait until this game's getting a little bit more patches. Still, I enjoy watching it though. Like it's still good to watch.
super fun. It's worth having these exhibition fights, but doing a season would kind of be a nightmare with lack of crossplay. I mean, there's 3 different platforms represented tonight. We got PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, but we're gonna have to only pick 1 or 2 of those for the full season. So we'll see. Anyway, though, this fight's starting to heat up a bit. I feel like Striking's starting to find a little bit of his shots. Beautiful power left of the body.
Oh my
And
God! that was
answered
really
by
good.
Warrior.
Up top.
Real nice. Woo.
Very nice body uppercut there, lands from Warrior. Now Warrior's starting to keep his hands down, only really keeping them up as he goes to engage, and he's circling a lot to his right here. He's starting to get a little caught off, but
Oh, nice.
3 shots land consecutively to the body, 2 jabs and an uppercut.
Good work.
Nice power straight lands there from Warrior. Warrior really starting to open up now.
From a punching standpoint, if you're talking about, big
Oh.
shot. Look at his head health. 2/3
Oh,
down. He better not rush in there, man. With that low of health, all it takes is one more shot like that. He's going to be on the floor. I mean, Warrior ain't scared, but got to be smart.
Yeah, his head is really getting red now.
I love that about Undisputed. It takes a while to shake those cobwebs out. Or body shots. Beautiful, beautiful power left of the body. Perfect range. Look at that body health. Look at that body health. He tore it up. Wow.
Nice
Striking's
jab there.
coming on strong here in this round. This is a great round for Striking. Not too late for him, I guess.
No, not at all. I mean, in striking, we're right now, what was that, the 5th or the 6th? One or the other. We should be seeing CompuBox soon.
See? There you go.
And
They
Nikkei
still
Warrior
gave
is
that
up.
round to Warrior, but I swear Striking was doing some real damage. Both the head health and the body health were blinking critical red at one point for Warrior. So, yeah, still a fight here for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful work by Striking.
Yeah, he did good there to land those 2 hooks to the body. And if I'm striking, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to push forward, and I want to continuously land to the body. Dime Canalava, as he has numerous perks about body shots. Another uppercut lands. Now,
Nice.
That
Did some damage. We saw it. That's why I wish we could see both guys' health so we could truly judge the impact. But regardless, that had real health impact on Warrior there.
It certainly did. Jab, uppercut, misses.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Oh, beautiful left of the body.
Very nice lead hook up top. Nice jab and straight. Miss.
Feel like Warriors slugging it out a little too much. He doesn't need to like earn 7% health back every round like that one magical round he had, but a little more of that and a little less slugging it out. What do I know though? He's the stud in there. I'm just a washed up bum in commentary. But you got to be careful against Canelo because Canelo's been doing some big damage. I'm telling you.
I hear that last one.
Washed up. That's why we're in commentary like Tony Romo.
That's exactly right, man. I got a daughter now, man. I ain't doing
Right?
I ain't doing that much. Anyway, I play Marvel Rivals now heavy, so there you go. That's my game.
I'm telling you, this game is fun though, and it's going to get better. So get back into this, and after the next patch, at least, man, I think you'll have fun.
Okay, we'll see. I'd love to do so. I haven't even really played like UFC 5 too much. I mean, I played the other day, and then I went like 17-1 or something on ranked, and then I was like, I mean, I'm nasty.
I didn't play.
I'm nasty at UFC, period. Like, I'm nasty at the game, period. Like I have always been. It's just I play too much and then I start losing because I play way too much. So I gotta I take it easy when I don't do it too much. And like one of my friends, his name is Cheeky Patcher. Like he told me like, you know, hey, don't play too much. Yeah, Cheeky's awesome, man. I haven't talked to him in almost like a year and a half though, maybe 2. But anyway, like he would explain, like, yo, get off the game. Don't be playing too much. And when you do, you develop bad habits and you'll continue to push those bad habits.
True, for sure. You do need to like time off so you can reset almost. You're totally right about getting into a rut or like building these bad habits. True.
Yeah, man. And so when you're talking about fighting games like this, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Tekken 8, UFC, you name it, even in basketball games, any game really, if you're playing so much and you're on a losing streak, take a break, man. Go outside, go take a run. Go touch grass. I'm serious, not even joking. Like, take your shoes off, go walk barefoot in the grass. Just like look up in the sky and be like, what have I done for the last 12 hours other than play the game? Like, you know,
right.
But it's true.
Totally
like
right.
some people need to need to do it. Get your mind right, man. And that's what we're seeing
Another
here.
2005 or even before, you know, slogan. Get your mind right.
Yeah, actually, that one I wouldn't know. I know washed. Like you know, like I'll wash you. I'm gonna wash you. And explicitive. But like I grew up in a different neighborhood.
You get glassed.
Yeah, glass. That's a new one. And
Someone said to me on the basketball pick up basketball. I'm like, don't shoot me. I don't want to die. Anyway, this has been a fun ass fight, all considered. Headed out, end of the 8th round. Let's see if anyone can get that final big shot to finish.
Yeah, and going out of the 8th round into the 9th, you're about to see CompuBox at the end of this next round coming up. And I think it's fun to point out that you censored the word when you referred to your own posterior, but then when you talked about the fight, you then said it was a fun ass fight. So like, you know, I just like your priorities are pretty there. When it comes to the English language, you use caution and you throw it to the wind. I would say that's contextually.
Boiler's filter has
not censored.
Subconscious level.
That is true. That is very true.
How do you use the word?
I love how no one else can hear it.
I know. We're laughing at Feckin in the background, who has a degree from Berkeley in writing and stuff. He's like a genius at that. He's telling us all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this fight because it's a hell of a one. We're down to the 9th round. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about this so far is that he just got cracked really hard. He got cracked like he's trying to make an omelet and making his opponent the egg. But one thing is like Bivol, he just got caught again. What we've noticed and what we've seen so far in this fight is EK Warrior has been defensively the better fighter. And not there, though. See, why do you keep doing this, Warrior?
Commentary curse.
Commentary curse.
Beautiful. He was working that left hand to the body. That's what actually hurt him. And then he finished him over the top with the right hand. That's the sweet science.
Yeah, man. It truly is. Commentary curse is definitely real. My apologies, EK Warrior. But still, he just got dropped and his body health is definitely low. And that is the risk that you run against Saul Canelo Alvarez with those body perks, man. It was only a matter of time that one of them landed through and caused a knockdown.
big shots here. Not over yet for either guy. Looks like Alvarez is probably flat-footed, so Warrior does have that stamina advantage, especially early in the fight. He's built that advantage. He's very glad he has it, I'm sure.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, and now, I mean, Warrior would have loved to have gotten a knockdown there and make it a wash, but now you know that he just lost that last round 10-8, and whatever advantage he had just got decreased by about 2 rounds. And now they are tied, if you believe in CompuBox, and it's all comes down to this.
All right, let's do our best to score this round. Let's assume whoever wins this round wins it all.
It does look like Alvarez is walking slow.
He's definitely a bit gassed. I don't know how much damage he's taken relative to Warrior, though.
I mean, and that might not matter too much because he hasn't really shown any signs of taking so much that he'd be at risk of getting knocked down. Warrior, though, was knocked down, and he just got cracked there with a lead hook. And I think Warrior now, feeling the pressure, knows that he needs to do something big, can't really fight defensively the whole round, is now pushing forward and pushing the pace in this final round.
It's going to be tough for him. I feel like Striking's winning this round so far. Tough to know for sure. Got around that punch. Close. Very close. I'm going to say whoever wins this round wins it. Wins the whole fight, though. 1 minute. Dare I say the winner of this minute wins the entire fight. I think it's possible.
This is like the tension is so tight, and oh my God, he got cracked there with a power hook. Ooh, both of them blocked power hooks to the body.
Exactly. Yep. I love it.
19 seconds left.
Both guys pushing the action as much as possible, but trying not to be reckless.
Ooh, throwing power shots now. Whoo, that's a clean 2-shot finish.
Oh, yeah, boy.
And the judges saw it what way?
Great end of the fight. Draw.
A draw.
Can't even say it's not.
Draw.
Hey, man, it's hard to say that wasn't a draw almost. I don't know. I hate draws, but
I think Warrior might be kicking himself a little bit in that fight with the moment that you let itself have the exchange. Now, this is the problem. It wasn't a draw. The thing is the last round is not getting calculated, and I think this is a bug. I've noticed it now numerous times. So now, and it also happens in the ranks, it sounds like. That's crazy. This is exactly why comp can't be done yet. Honestly, Bo, this is just for fun. So I gotta say that it doesn't really matter who won here. You guys threw on a hell of a fight, and we really appreciate it. And that strike in with that knockdown at the end, that was wild. And honestly, it does feel like it was a bit of a draw just from my perspective, but it wouldn't have ended like that, you would imagine. So when you take a look at now at the total fight stats, it's 48% from strike-in to 51%. It was so close, man. Truly a great fight. And unfortunate that the game did not calculate the last round so we could have had a definitive winner. But I think we were the winners because we ended up watching and seeing that fight. And I think we have a really interesting fight coming up. Boiler, tell us a little about it.
Ooh, man, that was a fun one, and we're definitely going to have Warrior and Strike it a rematch down the line once we get the damn judges' scorecards working. But coming up next, we got the Pug versus Finesse, both members of TKK, the Knockout Kings. I told these guys, hey, we need interesting new fighters. We don't want the same exact guys over and over. And they said, you know what? We don't even want guys. We're bringing the female fighters. And I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, let's do it. This should be fun. I don't think we've ever had a female boxing Undisputed on ESFL. Definitely not since at least the beta or something. So let's see what these ladies could bring to the table.
Yeah, and I just saw Katie Taylor in their last fight when it was Mike Tyson
headbutt over and over.
Headbutt over and over and over again. And my thing was, and this I want to hear from the fans, right? My uncle and I argued about this. is that she was not intentionally headbutting, but she was aggressively pushing forward, and it would result in headbutts. She also got pointed for it at some
She
point.
did.
And so, like, I mean, it was not intentional, but it did cause damage. And it looks like all the fights that she's had up to this point, people have made note that there were bleeds because of the headbutts. So I mean, it's a dirty style, but it's like it's effective, man. Like, I'm just gonna put my head right on your chin and on your face.
Right. Oh, that was a huge shot right alone right there. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I kind of lead with my head, but if you're leading with your head, then you're an easy target too. So you think someone would do a step off or step back and hit her, but she's a grinder. Like you said, she did get a point taken off. I think maybe another one could have been taken. I don't think she needed to be disqualified or anything, but you got to be careful. I mean, it's her style, it's aggressive, but it is a sport. You got to follow the rules. So, taking a point or two was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'd say so. And in this matchup here, first of all, I think Clarissa Shields, these two never fought, right? I don't think so. Oh my God.
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think so.
It'd be really cool to see. I'd watch that. I'd pay for it.
Here on the ESFL, you get it for free, everybody. Please subscribe and like the channel.
A nice plug. Make sure you also do it on all platforms and join us on Discord.
Yes.
I mean, nice body uppercut there lands. I think they traded. This is such an interesting. Oh my God.
Nice.
Are they still like only 2-minute rounds?
I believe so.
It's such a weird rule. Anyway, this should be a
12 rounds, so we're going after it. They're going after it, though. I don't think we're going to even need 12 rounds, even with 2 minutes at this rate. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Quadruple hook.
And they all landed. Uppercuts landed. That's a really hard rock there from a power hook. And now here comes Clarissa Shields looking like Mike Tyson, bullying her way forward. This looks crazy.
Ooh.
The character model for Clarissa Shields is awesome.
Yeah. Looks very scary, like big, strong, fast. Hurt Katie Taylor there with that big shot. And that was only the first round. These are 3 minutes in this game, though. Now, the women, I believe, are 2 minutes in real life. But for what it's worth in Undisputed, they got to miss 3 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
Nice. Yep.
So this might have been the DLC skin there. Huh.
Yep. Exactly.
Ooh.
Well, these ladies are throwing some leather, I'll tell you that, and they're connecting.
Nice body hook there. Blocks and makes her miss 3 shots total. Oh my God, but didn't miss that one. And now she's in a lot of danger. I'll tell you what, there should be an all women's card because this action is nonstop and we get the first knockdown of the fight.
Hey, just keep chasing them, keep throwing punches. They'll land eventually. I don't really like the sequence of being rocked like that. It's a little goofy and stuff, but that knockdown was deserved, even if it kind of looked a little odd at the end there. That's where that clinching can come into effect, as a good way to survive or get finished if you do it at the wrong time.
Exactly. That's the point. Exactly. And look at this now. The trades from the inside. It looks like Katie Taylor is also in a loose footwork stance, but and not caring and just allowing herself to get punched right in the face. Very good defense. Not really, but she's doing her best as she can. And a nice body uppercut there from Finesse. Finesse with a knockdown already. Pug pushing forward as Clarissa Shields lands a nice jab and a straight. And now obviously Pug is going to look for his own knockdown as well, because, want to make this round a wash rather than a clear 10-8.
Pug's been so helpful, wrangling in the background. Really appreciate that. He said, I want to put on fight of the night with the women's, with the female division. Again, remember, Finesse and Pug are teammates. So at first, Pug's like, I'm not sure if I want to fight my teammate, but I'm going to. We're going to make the best of it, have fun. I'm like, exactly, man. First off, you always got to be ready to fight your teammate in ESFL. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. The best. We try not to have camps fight each other too much, but, if you do the best of the best, you're going to have to fight each other eventually type of thing. But anyway, it's an exhibition. They're having a lot of fun with it. The picks are great. The style they're going with is fun. I think we're going to get a finish off of this tonight.
Yeah, very nice jab to the body there. Lands flush, and a very heavy right hand from Katie Taylor lands on Felicia Shields, and an uppercut now. And now they both just traded power shots to the face. And oh my God, the combinations are flowing here from Pug.
Yeah. I mean, Pug took some damage, but every time it seems like, oh, that was a good shot. Every time Finesse gets one of those big shots, Pug fires back nicely. Hard to tell how hurt how hurt Finesse is, but as you see by the head health, Pug's hurt bad, but beautiful counter left to the body when Finesse was leaning back. I like it.
Yeah, and it came in at the end of a combination of 1-2 body hook, and honestly, sometimes that's all you need.
Yep. Yeah, precision in this game can really make a big difference like it should.
Nice body hook.
Minute left, third round. Otter, nice.
Nice jab and body uppercut there.
People definitely aren't headhunting all day long on this card. A lot of good work down low to set it up upstairs and vice versa. 20 seconds, third round.
Oh my God, that combination was so clean. Ended with a power straight there, and now here comes Finesse and knocks down the Pug again at the end of the third. So stole the third round, even if he was losing. Now we know he won that round, and that is the second knockdown of the fight.
Like it, man. At least, well, I love Pug, so I'm not going to like it because Pug just got floored, but I'm loving his violence. I'm loving the way Katie Taylor's not giving up, even though it was a tough start. Look at that. Started off 10-9, but then 2 straight rounds of knockdowns. That's Finesse just not getting overwhelmed. Just because you started to fight bad doesn't mean you can't get back into it. That's what Finesse is doing.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. And the
beautiful power straight
are just flowing from both of these fighters. The power strikes are coming out whenever. Nice body hook there lands from Pug, and I think Pug's a little bit in trouble, but is still in this. Nice hook and misses the last 2 hooks that were thrown there. Ooh.
That reaction, you got to wonder if got a broken rib or hurt real bad to the tummy. You know, mostly to the liver side, but right up the middle as well. Another one lands in the body.
Yeah, Pug is really landing that lead hook to the body often now. So we're wondering when we'll see Finesse start to protect the body like there. And again, another body shot.
Back. Finesse is leaning back and keeps catching that left to the body. It's a beautiful tactic by Pug.
And a great adjustment.
Leaning back, just going to keep punishing you to the body.
Yeah, it was a wonderful adjustment. And oh my God, he got caught with an overhand and he knocks him down.
Nice.
Beautiful. Oh, that's not it, right? That's just a flash?
No,
that's it. Oh, that's a flash knockout.
Ruptured liver. Get the doctor out there.
Oh my God.
Body shots are some of the worst, most painful. Oh my God. Not even moving.
God.
That's our first finish of the night, and I think of the entire, at least of 2025. Kept targeting that left to the body, and, you know, it pays dividends. Beautiful work by Pug, seeing that just keep going to the well over and over, and we just got a flash liver knockout there, Ruthless.
Yeah, and honestly, it was set up wonderfully. It just, and Pug was relentless and would not stop going to the body, non-stop hitting those hooks to the body, and that was a quick one. In and out. Pug may have gotten knocked down twice, mind you, but ended up getting that flash knockout, and that was such an entertaining fight. Awesome showing from TKK, and wow, I can't wait to see these guys fight again. That was really good, Pug. That was a really good knockout.
TKK representing even when they fight against one another. I love it. Hey, Finesse, nothing to hang your head about, but maybe drop those elbows a couple times.
Yeah,
some nasty body work, but great work, man. Like, oh man, that was. I'm not gonna match them up for a while, but I am someday gonna have those those two fight again, I swear. That was awesome. They're a great match for each other.
They certainly are. And now when you talk about great matches for each other, I think that's a good segue to talk about the co-main event here. We're getting I Am Treehouse, which is, you know, that's crazy. You're a Treehouse against WR Verse Style, which still you have not confirmed. Versa versus, you know, some kind of style you got going on. Both these guys, I love clowning with their names, but overall, on all seriousness, I Am Treehouse and Verse Style are going to be going at each other using Larry Holmes. And honestly, Larry Holmes, I think, is a great pick against Tyson Fury. This is such an interesting bout that we have lined up.
Yes. I'm going to go with Verse Style because I swear one time he sent me that exact phonetic spelling. And then maybe he's going to totally give me that. I'm the worst. I'm the worst friend ever.
I have no idea.
You're the man. Verse Style. Let's just call him V. V versus Treehouse. Treehouse is known as like one of the best, if not the best, submission grappler in UFC 5 in the entire world. He's done work. He's put Ed Parker out in the first round with submissions. He's gotten some great wins. But people always thought, Tree doesn't have much striking. If he was a little more balanced, he would be a much bigger threat in UFC. However, Tree has beaten some tough dudes in ranked. He's 44-20. Let's see what he can do against V here, Mr. Versus Style, because Verse is just a beast, man. He is a top 10 type of fighter in UFC 5, but what we saw from him last week, getting that super close win, you know, I don't know. It's going to be tough for Tree to win this. I don't know. I love Tree, but Versus Style is just too good at striking, too good at boxing, I think. So that's my prediction. What do you think, sir?
I mean, that's interesting. I'd say that for one, his pick of Larry Holmes, you know, the Easton Man, that's close to my neck of the woods. I've seen the statue; it's pretty cool. It's a really good pick, and I mean, he doesn't have the height or the reach against Tyson Fury, but the power is there, and I think as Larry Holmes, he could really do some good damage as long as he's able to maintain distance the way he wants. And Versatile is not afraid coming forward with those jabs. Not afraid of having somebody move off the center line there. Nice, another jab combination as I spoke about before.
Let's see what Tree does with this. Larry Holmes, he's big and strong. Tyson Fury style,
nice.
But
right hand up top.
You would think Holmes might be able to use a little more speed, but if he's getting caught coming in like that, that's a bad sign. Wow, Versatile loaded up her big right hand, was barely intercepted before he got it off.
Nice
huge
uppercut. Huge.
And those uppercuts from Tyson Fury are money.
For sure. I think initially when you were watching the demo gameplay that they were going to introduce a rope-a-dope mechanic, if I'm not mistaken. And I got to go back, and that was back when it was Esports Boxing Club. Yeah. And that was, I'm kind of a little upset that they didn't try it with like Muhammad Ali and Tyson Fury. How cool would that have been? Anyway, I digress. Here comes a body uppercut from Versatile to the body, another body straight, and a hook lands successfully. Very big shot. And Larry Holmes has like a Muhammad Ali stance and throws the jab just like Muhammad Ali. So it's pretty cool. Right there, that was an awesome hook that lands flush.
Woo. Good first round. Hey, this is our first heavyweight bout of 2025, I believe. I like seeing the big sluggers get up in there. But both guys looking pretty fast, pretty fat.
Pretty
fast, pretty fresh. And they're fighting real nicely here, Ruthless.
Yeah, they certainly are. And a nice body uppercut again lands from Versatile. I think Versatile is finding success there to the body and then going up top to the head, just like that. And another double jab lands successfully.
Work here. This is scheduled for 12 rounds. It's the co-main event. Essentially, we had two co-mains and possibly a main event. We had a lot of rearranging of the fight card today, but whatever. We're having such fun fights. I think each one's been unique. Each one has been fun in its own right with a lot of skill. Literally no cheese and no just button mashing. So really fun night so far. Good work. Both these guys have a ton of competitive experience, at least in the UFC realm. So neither of them's going to get, neither of them's going to wilt under the spotlight. Nice shot there by Tree. And we saw Versatile, obviously, last week, can take it all the way to the last rounds and has a way to pace himself nicely. He's got a lot of stamina right now. Good work all around. Snapping that jab out there. I think it's kind of interesting. No one uses Usyk, man. I love Usyk in this game. He's fun to use. He doesn't have the power. Tree misses with several punches there. Big shot.
To your point regarding Usyk, when back in the beta, I would try to use Usyk and I just wouldn't be successful. I know his jab has a perk to it. I personally wasn't successful. And when he got knocked down, he looked like Augustus Goop in this game from Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
And
the little boy.
The fat boy, yeah, the fat boy. Little boy. The Augustus Goop. And he looked just like him. So like I kind of avoided that because if I got knocked down, I didn't want to see that face.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, anyway, so that's the fun nature of this game is that you can pick a fighter for stupid reasons and pick a fighter for good reasons as well. And I think both of these guys pick their fighters for pretty good reasons so far. This has been a pretty close fight, but I would say Versatile is getting better at these exchanges.
Now, earlier this week, Tree was considering using Tyson Fury, like I forget the exact year, but the younger version of Fury. And Versatile wanted to use this version of Fury, and I told him, hey guys, even though it's technically not a mirror match, it pretty much is. Let's see if we can switch it up a little bit. So shout out to Tree for going with Larry Holmes. Well, I think this is a pretty damn even matchup, both in terms of these boxers as well as the competitors themselves. Heading into this third round. Hard to tell who's winning. You got any idea who you think's got some momentum right now?
I would think Versatile has the momentum at this point. I think he's landing better in these exchanges.
I feel like he's been able to use that length a little bit more. Win a couple exchanges a little bit. And no one's like gotten huge power punches on the other guy.
Ooh. No, they haven't. Nice job. Very nice job. Again, look at those double jabs, man. Oh my God, but he gets caught with a power hook up top from I Am Treehouse. He was built on an oak tree, as he is saying, made out of maple.
Firmly rooted.
As one would think.
Whoa. Versatile, not the type of guy to showboat, I wouldn't think. But he's pulling out all the stops here. Nice. Yeah. It's still way too early. I mean, first off, we saw what happened in that last fight. You can get knocked down 2 in a row and come back and get a flash knockout. And that's with the women, let alone with the big boys at heavyweight. But, yeah, pretty close. I feel like Versatile's slightly ahead.
Is Deontay Wilder an actual threat now? That's a good question.
They did end up nerfing him a little bit. Yeah, he's been declawed, as our people might say.
Oh, yeah? He was declawed?
Yeah. He was essentially OP at heavyweight for a while. It was annoying as hell. When everyone's just throwing one power punch after another, his right hand is undefeatable, essentially. But they nerfed him quite a lot. Still a lot of balancing to do in this game, not to mention improving some net codes. So that's why we're here with some exhibitions, having some fun. Good shot. Just kind of bobbleheaded him there. He's good, though. Larry Holmes is tough as nails, man.
Larry Holmes truly is the Easton man. Oh, that uppercut followed up by a straight landed for Versatile, and it was solid, man. Oh,
I like it.
They
Power straight down the pipe.
have not hit each other until now. That was about 30 seconds of just arm movement. Wow.
Those guys are so talented, but I feel like they're both like frustrated trying to get after each other, and neither is able to because the other one's moving and defending well. It's just like nothing's happening, but they're both trying as hard as they can. If that makes sense.
Definitely, and that right hand landed. So there you go. And now another taunt comes from Versatile, and he goes for a lunging straight, which lands, but he gets countered, and now he throws over top of a check hook and was able to lean back and taunts again and throws a straight uppercut, which lands flush. I think he's getting under the the maple Treehouse's skin. I think he's getting a little bit under the skin there with these taunts, trying to egg him on. Very Tyson Fury-esque, and that was 4 shots that landed in a row. Another taunt before he threw a straight, but that one did not land, and another hook straight lands, and another taunt. My gosh, Versatile showing no respect whatsoever, and is landing counter after counter.
This is where if you're Tree or you're in Tree's corner, you got to tell him take a breath, walk backwards a few seconds, break up the rhythm, because you can't just keep doing the same thing you're doing and start this round. It was ugly. There you go. He got his mind right a little bit, you know.
Alrighty. Shot there, and this is just like I said before. The counter shots and the Versatile, as you called it earlier, that is crazy. It's making me laugh just how good. Oh, but he got cut there.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. These old school fighters don't take kindly to getting, taunted and embarrassed like that. Hell no.
Nah, but now Larry Holmes starting to taunt himself.
That cut looks bad. I'm not sure how much it's affecting, but it's starting to leak pretty badly now.
This body uppercut. Attempt fails and re-hook fails. Oh, fails again. Straight hook. Body, oh my gosh.
Nice.
3 shots landed consecutively to the body, and Treehouse needs to get more successes just like that.
Exactly. Can't be changing 1 for 1 against Tyson Fury. He needs to counter, rip a couple, and get out of town. Pretty good round for him here. Treehouse, all considered. That cut is only one bar, so to speak, but that could add up.
It's
not a ton of damage otherwise, though. Just, it's cut. It's on the outside. It's not going to weaken his eyeball too much, hopefully.
Actually, as you say that, it definitely looks like it will look right into his eye. Like
tilt
that.
Your head to the side.
There you go. Just fight with your head on the side. Let it pour out like a faucet. That, which Colby Covington's eye in that last fight was wicked.
Yeah. Got to lose that eye for real. It's gnarly. These guys put themselves at real physical harm. It's true.
Yeah, man. And speaking of which, so far Tyson Fury has been doing really well with these combinations, just like so. Throwing 2 jabs and a straight, and oh my gosh, a hook up top lands flush, and he's doing a pretty decent job right now at landing at that target. Does Treehouse. He eats one to give one. And counter jab to straight, and now,
Can't eat one to give one against Tyson Fury. That's what happens, unfortunately. Too strong, man. Only one that might be able to do that is Wilder. But even then, Tyson Fury hits so hard with that right hand sometimes.
Very nice jab straight.
Super fun bout.
Jab to the body there. Hook gets blocked. jab to the
Anyone
body.
that said Tree doesn't have boxing skills, he's improved them quite a lot. Like he's fighting pretty well tonight, all considered.
Yeah, he got a cut on his opponent, and he has landed some good countering, good counter shots. So his countering is definitely there. But I think he needs to do better at defense because he's getting tagged up as he walks into the pocket, like right about there. And he blocked that time, but as I thought he was going to get hit, so did Versatile. So that shows that right there, if you can recognize that that's when Versatile, oh, that was a good trade of hooks. That's where Versatile thinks that you are, and you can just be one step back from that. You can land counter shots, even if it's Tyson Fury with that range. And I think that's the whole purpose, as I've been discussing before. But this right here looks like a masterclass, according to CompuBox, for Tyson Fury Versatile.
I think so. I feel like Versatile's been able to really drag Treehouse into his type of fight. And
wow.
I think those taunts are part of it too. Actually, I think it's having a little bit of an effect.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're fighting inside of, like, I think a high school gym right now, and you're taunting me in front of all these teenagers who will bully me mercilessly on social media. So I mean, I don't want none of that.
It's like that commercial when you're trying to parallel park in front of a bunch of 13-year-old kids. It's not going to go good. Not going to go good. It's going to make funny. It's so much pressure. Parallel park in front of some kids like that.
Yeah, because kids, they're mean, man. They don't care. Very nice jab straight. Another straight land successfully here from I Am Treehouse, but he gets caught by a check hook and a jab on the other side and a straight from Versatile. He misses there. Oh, they both just traded up top to the body, and now a jab straight lands from Versatile as he exits the pocket, but lands a power hook up top. My goodness, is the action fiery.
Yes, sir. That was beautiful power right Versatile. I will say, though, that cut's opened up and gotten worse. It's now 2 bars. So it's not about to get close. You know, it's not going to stop the fight necessarily quite yet, but a few more big power rights by Treehouse's Larry Holmes. Could, maybe a stoppage. I've seen stoppage, a fair amount of stoppages in this game.
Even in the, very nice power hook lands up top for I Am Treehouse, and another one, and now Versatile is in trouble.
Whipping those. Good damage to the head.
Hey, boo after the bell, the hook and the straight boo. And as you said, that cut has now developed into a 2-bar, and that's not good. That head health is a little lower, but on top of that, you're now experiencing a cut, which is a complete open target for your opponent. And he, as I say that, he gets caught again on that cut.
Yeah, that right hand that Tree's been throwing, that whipping right hand, it's found its home a lot. Now, he can't get too one-dimensional on that, and he has been getting a little one-dimensional in the fight, and he gets countered, but, that's the shot he wants to land, but he needs to set it up here and there. Especially if he can get Versatile throwing one of those lazy lead lefts to the body. If he can just step out of that, counter with a big right hand over the top, might rip that cut right open again.
Certainly could. I like the defense that we're seeing from Versatile toward the middle of this 8th round.
Yeah, I think he might have thought, all right, I'm being a little too reckless here. I still want to go for finish. I want to hurt him, but a little more defense seems by Versatile, which is a good thing.
It definitely is. 2 jabs land consecutively. That's been the bread and butter. They both trade hooks up top to the head. Another jab, followed up by a cross. The jab and cross and miss, but he gets caught with a nasty, heavy overhand right. And now here comes Larry Holmes.
Fury is wilting a bit.
And still defiant as ever is Versatile.
Yeah, the competitor himself, no retreat in him. But he is only a man, even if he's Tyson Fury. He's taking repeated big right hands. from Holmes. That head
Yeah,
up is still low, so low. Look at it. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, you're right. I'll say this though. It seems a lot, and I thought this was happening before, but I didn't follow with the read. I would say that he uses that taunt to then follow up with the straight, and it's being somewhat successful. But right now he's in a lot of danger. He got rocked there. He's got a 2-bar left cut on his left eyebrow. He needs to do something.
Now, Versatile's in loose footwork, but he's still relatively, I'm not going to say he's slugging it out because he is going back and creating some angles, but, you know.
I think it's tough.
He's going to back up a little more. He's still being aggressive. If you're going to be this aggressive in loose footwork and you're ahead on the scorecards, he just wants to put on a show. We'll say that.
Yeah, I think this is one of those situations, right? Tyson Fury's footwork and his range kind of force you to fight like this, because if you put yourself in regular footwork, you're not catching him, and you're going to have to eat a lot of shots in order to get into into close range. So it's a tough thing, right? Because on one hand, as I've said in the past, not so great to be trying to be a aggressive fighter with loose footwork. It's a lot of countering and a lot of distance fighting with loose footwork. But against Tyson Fury, man, I mean, loose footwork can help you get into the pocket, and you need that.
Yeah.
Very nice double jab again.
Definitely needs to keep using it. It's been helping him a lot. We see some more blood coming out of Fury. I don't know if it's 3. Oh, that was close. Playing with fire. I don't know if he's got 3 bars, but it's starting to bleed some more. Another right hand connects on that cut.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Treehouse needs to start mixing up his other strikes, because he's looking and targeting that eye so much that if Versatile notices and just dips back at the right moment, he'll leave Treehouse in a vulnerable state. A very nice body hook there. Landed. Now he gets a really nasty knockdown, followed up by a taunt. And that was a power straight that just knocked down. That's the first knockdown of this fight. And it comes for Versatile against Treehouse.
Make a little bit of space. Tree was getting a little, on his front foot, throwing the same punches a little too much. And they were connecting. But finally, Versatile's like, look, I'm going to kind of step off a little bit, throw a power right. Boom. Caught him. Big shot. Beautiful work there. Tree ain't done yet, but, I mean, that's gonna keep him on, keep him respecting Versatile a little bit. I think that shot put him down.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let's do. I think that's the thing too. Is it now? Treehouse is getting very one-dimensional. Is looking so much for that right hand. He's now not in. I mean, he's now not in loose footwork anymore. So if this is the case, and it is the case, then it's no longer a situation where all I want to do is headhunt anymore. You have the cut on your eye, right? So if I want to hit your head, I'm hitting your body. And why? Because you're going to have to respect my body shots or you'll get knocked down. So to open up the head, it's not just, walk forward and eat a power straight like that, which was nasty. It's go and like make the other parts of the person's body hurt, so that he's forced to cover those parts of the body, and thus it will open up the head. Or you're going to trade with him, which at this point you got rocked. You may not want to do.
Exactly. 1 minute left. 10th round. Tree's never out of it. I've seen him come back on some crazy stuff. The Versatile is, nice shot. Cut it again. I don't think he's going to be able to stop it on cuts. I've seen crazier stuff, though.
Nice 1-2 there, lands strong, Versatile. Nice body, uppercut there.
Definitely. I do think Versatile can set a trap where he can kind of scoot back. Ooh, got him in the corner. That was nice work, keeping him in the corner there by Tree. Nice. Ooh. Oh, big shot. That was work by Tree. I was literally going to say the opposite, meaning Versatile needs to get some space and back up, maybe, lunge back, fire that right hand as a counter. But when you're back in the corner like he was there, and he is right now, like on purpose, is he trying to rope it though? Because I think that's the opposite of what he needs to do. Tree can pick him apart here and catch him.
Yeah, I don't know really what the game plan was there, but he's out of the corner now. But now he's. Oh, I see what he's doing.
What do you think?
Well, he's pushing against the rope, and then as Tree walks in, he circles around him to trap him. He
Okay.
did it there, and it landed successfully. But like, and I think all that is because nice jab 1-2 there and some good stuff. And I think all that is just he's getting a little frustrated by Tree moving so far back that he's even out of Tyson Fury's. So he's a little bit tougher to go through. It's all good. It's all good. That was the producer telling me I was hard to hear and made me laugh. But yes, the point being is that what's going on is he's getting a little frustrated by the distance that Treehouse is kind of putting between them. So that's why he was going against the ropes and trying to turn it around on him.
Okay, I get it. Definitely lure him in and then switch him at the last second. Get him in that corner. Because, yeah, can't Larry Holmes with that speed, that's what really, and Tree's used it to some effect, but maybe not as much as I think he could have. That's the advantage he's got over Versatile. He's got over Fury is the hand speed and footwork speed.
Yeah, no doubt there. A nice hook there. They both trade successfully. And so far, so good from Versatile to avoid getting his head hit. He's doing well. And now, again, we're starting to see him do this, like, really tough circling. He has his opponent cornered, but he allows him to break out. And a nice 1-2 once again lands. Almost lands the power straight. Does not successfully go. And he dips underneath that right hook as it comes around. Goes for a taunt. Power straight again. That's his bread and butter. He's saying this is Fight Night Champion, and I'd like to do that power shot. That's almost exactly how they would do it too.
Right, exactly. Nice.
Wind up and
whoop, oh, 7% stamina back for Versatile, so a little bit of the rope-a-dope. He got some damage out there too, but mostly playing defense, and I think he's trying to set a trap where Tree might have to just unload a little too much and big shot counter, but Tree's being smart, just trying to take one shot at a time here. I don't like this rope-a-dope by Versatile. I just no need to do this, I don't think.
I don't.
He's doing a great job of combating it and not falling into the trap.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting himself in danger. And like I said initially, I thought that the reason was, and maybe he's just trying to be like actually like Tyson Fury, right? But like this is a game and it's not working, and you look like you're getting beat up, and you are. So you might want to change it up.
Tree just reacted perfectly. Just threw a shot, took a second, threw a shot, took a second, a couple shots.
Oh,
the patience has paid off, and now it's time to swing. Big
nice body.
Shot to the body. Not
Unfortunately,
enough to put down Big Fury though.
Yeah, unfortunately, and not a lot of time left here in the 12th, and he gets hit by his own power shot, and you can only imagine that it wouldn't matter too much if he gets knocked down, if you are to believe CompuBox. And so at this point, a nice right hand, but now he gets planted.
Exchange punch for punch with Tyson Fury. I mean, Tree had no other hope or no other option going out on his shield. Great work going for that finish, but man, punch for punch with Tyson Fury, not even Larry Holmes can do that.
No, and unfortunately now we're at this point where it seems like it's too little too late, and this should be all but done. And great fight here from both these guys. Nice right hand.
Real super good fight for both of them. Honestly, and Tree's my boy. He fought a lot better than I expected. Tree is pretty good at this game, dude. Like, I look forward to seeing Tree evolve in Undisputed, and maybe even bringing some of this over to UFC down the line, because some of the tactics do translate, some definitely don't. But great fight overall. Both dudes had their moments, some big moments, some good defense, some slugging out, all around, a lot of fun. Good win though. I mean, Versatile definitely deserved that dub.
Absolutely he did. Absolutely he did. And Versatile once again came in and he showed up and showed out. He defeated Striken. He's also a Wrangler for the ESFL. So if I'm not mistaken, he's a co-owner of a TCL, Total Conflict League. So I mean, like, this guy's doing quite a bit here within Undisputed, and I just thank you. You put on a great fight and definitely enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. It's great to see people doing well at UFC and then coming over to Undisputed and Austin. We do got one more fight, actually. Let's see if we can find the link to this last fight. All right. In the meanwhile, while we get this last fight, because we did lose the main event, unfortunately, Kenner was not able to make it happen, but we were able to get someone to replace him to fight Easy Work GG. I do believe if we can find that link, I go dig it. There we go. Jack Hanna is stepping up. Easy Work's taking on all takers.
Jack Hanna, I don't know who this guy is.
He's just coming for the dub. He's like, hey, throw me in last second. I'm gonna upset the world, take out Easy Work. Jack's fought in some UFC. I don't know if we fought Undisputed yet with ESFL, but hey, no better time than the present. All right, we're gonna get them to lock in. It looks like there we go. Coxie just told them to lock in. Lock in, gents. Last fight of the night: Jack Thunder Thigh, aka Jack Hanna, versus Easy Work GG.
Jack
who I'm really glad we were able to get Easy Work a fight tonight, man, because it just would have been a shame not to get a fight with him. And big shout out to Jack for showing up, man.
Of course, especially after the performance that he had last week, taking out EK Warrior. It truly is a deserved main event spot 2 weeks in a row for Easy Work GG, because quite frankly, this guy is the main event. He wants to show up, show out. He's going to put in a really good show. I don't know much about Jack Hanna, but if he plays UFC 5, then I like the guy. Unless he's doing stuff I don't like, in which case I guess I don't like.
Otherwise, he's scum of the earth.
He's scum of the earth. He's grappling. How dare you grapple in an MMA game? Anyway, I digress, and we're underway. Carl Froch taking on Roy Jones Jr. and Easy Work picking Roy Jones, and has landed a ridiculous combination: 2 jabs to the head and a nice elite hook to the body.
This is a super fun matchup. Froch versus Roy Jones. I don't think we've seen either of them last week or this week, and
we did not.
They're both kind of high level, and Jones, you could say maybe he's a meta type character, but they both have legit styles, contrasting styles. Jack Hanna's definitely pushing the pace, pushing forward. See if Easy Work sets traps or how he deals with Froch coming forward so much. $130 left first round. Nice work by Easy Work. Easy Work's already gotten some real nice counters. Left hand of Roy Jones is just so slick. I'm sure y'all heard this on Joe Rogan a million times. I certainly have, but apparently Roy Jones Jr.'s left hand, or his left bicep's like twice as big as his right, because he throws that left hand so much. It's so powerful.
Actually,
but of course, he's super slick with his right hand. I swear, Rogan said that so many times. It's stuck in my head forever. Roy Jones, he's got a slick right hand. Of course, he's got that very famous, behind the back and caught him with the right hand. But it's really his left hand is his best tool, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, when I trained in MMA, my left arm, and MMA actually just Muay Thai. Soon it'll be full MMA when I move. But when I train in Muay Thai, I am constantly throwing my left hand, and it hurts a lot. So I understand, but I really hope I do not have a bigger bicep on my one arm or another.
I think you'd have to do that since the age of like 8 years old until like you're 30, and then maybe it would make that.
It'd be so weird to just have like one big arm and one little arm. It looks like
it's not like it'd be like a big arm on the right, but the left is just like humongous, super strong. But
like,
apparently his jab is like a hook kind of thing. Yes. It's just, hey, man, your body develops. It just adjusts, especially when you're a physical specimen like Roy Jones.
Yeah, and I'd be freaking someone disrespect my one backhand with a strong arm. The other arm,
there you go.
The other arm is slap. But look at this. A lot of jabs have landed successfully for Easy Work GG, as we're joking around, and Carl Froch missing both of the hook attempts that he had, and a body shot lands successfully as he circles out of the corner, which is very wise boxing. And now he's trying to push him back in there. And both of them trade heavy hooks up top.
That one shot, it wasn't even a counter, just a power right by Carl Froch knocked off half of Roy Jones's head health. So, hey, Roy Jones is slick. He hits hard. He's tough, but he still needs to make sure he doesn't get caught up by Jack, who's fighting with no fear in his eyes right now.
Yeah, and definitely no fear in his eyes. He got his hands down, like, come at me, bro. Like, he looks, Carl Froch has got a pretty interesting stance.
I like the way that his model is in this game. And I know we've glossed over some of the problems with Undisputed, and we've talked about some of the best parts about it, the footwork. One thing I love, ooh, that was close. One thing I love about Undisputed, I feel like a lot of the fighters are unique feeling and looking and fight, in a unique way. Carl Froch, fighting with him in this game is definitely, different than most other boxers. Ooh, nice
Definitely.
shot.
Oh my God.
Roy Jones is different too, though. Let me tell you. Holy cow, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a return to sender. Was not allowing himself to get beat up like that without any kind of combination and return to sender. And he definitely did. That's a good song too by Elvis, Return to Sender. I love that song.
I got that on my iTunes, as well as some Beach Boys. We were rocking out to some Beach Boys with Feck earlier.
Yeah, you were. Nice.
Good work here. Third round. I mean, Easy Work's winning, I presume, but Jack's making a fight of it and got a couple good shots. Have you noticed anything you'd like to see Jack do different?
Right now it seems like Jack is, you see how he's like laterally moving, and he's stepping to the left, stepping to the right, and then he comes forward just to try to maintain center of the ring here. It's been a lot of shots just like that, right? That he's just swinging and missing, throwing at the wind, throwing at Casper like that. And it's because he's setting his feet way too early. And what he would benefit from is pushing forward, putting your block on your opponent's body, and then like just continue to have your character model walk forward. When your opponent stops, then you can get a read and start timing that. Start saying, okay, like I started moving forward and I got onto their body, and 1, 2, 3 of me being close to them, they stopped after 3 seconds. Now I know when they're going to stop, and you can start stepping maybe a foot or two back or whatever and throwing like a jabber straight. But so far, very nice. Both of them trade hooks up top. But so far, as you just see there, he's just not timing where to plant his foot very well. And both of those two power jabs, though, they do land for him. So if you can continue to get that success going, that would be really good. A third one lands successfully.
Jack's gone southpaw here. Switching it up a little bit. I don't know if it's the best idea, but you got to do something to break it up a little bit. And I love fighting as a southpaw, but sometimes using an orthodox fighter to fight a southpaw, depending on the stats and whatnot, can be disadvantageous. Not a big right hand right there, man. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to get like this is great. Oh my God. And it doesn't matter what stance you're in. That was really nice. Both of them really landed some excellent shots there. I would give Carl Froch that exchange a little bit, and I'm not so sure if he won this round, but that last exchange he definitely did good in. And CompuBox is saying no, all 3 rounds are going over to Easy Work GG, and it makes sense to me.
It does, but it's that last round was probably the closest of all them, I think. Oh my gosh, that had to do some good damage. We can't see, but that was flush, perfect distance. Nice.
And the combinations that are being thrown right now from Easy Work GG, a lot of them are landing in consecutive order.
Ooh.
Oh man, but he just got caught with a lead hook, and that was nasty.
Froch is tough, man. He ain't ever out of this. But I'm telling you, Roy Jones, one of the best character models. And when you're in the hands of Easy Work GG, like, yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck. That's why I'm giving
another
Jack
right overhand
respect for this. He's actually fighting quite well, but that was perfectly timed by Roy Jones.
Well, it's about time, boy. You know what time it is? It's a chess reference. That's my one and done of the night. I haven't done one just yet, but this is one of those things that, and it had to come, and it had to come out today. But what you're seeing so far, and what I love as a reference here, and I'd like to talk about, is like an opening, right? So in chess, you have different openings. There's like an old Benini opening, a Carl Khan. I digress. And these are basically the steps that you're going to move your pieces in to start any game. There have been so many games of chess, over millions of them, that they have labeled these steps. And what we're noticing right now, I'd like to think of, is that the openings that are coming around, for one, now Jack's getting very frustrated. It feels like he just can't
Right.
find him
Yep.
at all. But the difference about that is that he's opening up he's making too many openings to his back line, right? Like to reveal powerful pieces, and the way he's doing that is he's pushing pawns too far, and then he's not moving them far enough. And that's why now he's just pushing himself back, because he's so frustrated. He's like, I can't hit this guy. I just, like, every time I push a pawn forward, they're vulnerable, and he's taking them. He's taking, now my king's gonna get exposed soon. You gotta, if you're playing chess just like you're in boxing, you got to know what your opening is, and you got to know when you can open up. Because as you can see here, he's so frustrated. He's in the wrong stance for Carl Franch, at least not the one that Carl Franch starts in. And in addition to that, now he's just always on the back foot. And all that is because he doesn't know how to open up. But I will say this, ain't nothing wrong with what he's doing at all. Like, he can continuously walk backwards as much as he wants. And if that's going to frustrate Easy Work GG, then I'd say continue to do it. But, you know, obviously that's not going to win you in the judges' scorecards. So you're going to want, if you're going to do that, you're going to want to figure out the timing and land. So far, he hasn't been able to land anything, it seems, in this round.
Nope. And last round, Easy Work GG actually had a 7% stamina recovery. So he's like, hey, if you're going to back up and just kind of disengage, I'll get you with a couple shots. Make sure I win on points. Nice shot there, though. Jack's not out of it. But, yeah, anyway, if you're going to try to outpoint Roy Jones, it's probably not going to happen. And Jack is a little frustrated. That was a good shot, though. Needs to get a couple more of those in there. Ooh. I do wonder why he wants to be southpaw so much. Again, I love fighting southpaw, especially against an orthodox.
Nice
but, you know, for a fact, I know that Carl Froch's right hand is where he's got his trait. He's got his perk. I think it's bombs away. I forgot, but
it sounds
I don't know
familiar.
if that transfers over to your left hand just because you switch stance. If not, it should not. I'm not sure though.
I guess if you're like a Max Holloway, then it makes sense, right, in UFC terms.
Sure, there's some boxers, and in MMA maybe a little more common where you switch stance is legit, but that's, 10-20% of the boxers and stuff, not any of them and all of them. So that's something I'll have to look into a little bit more. But hey, whatever. Jack's doing what he's got to do. He's trying to shake it up and literally switch it up. Got to try something against Easy Work in Roy Jones. I would not be able to do this well. I know that.
Well, I'm pretty sure, just like in the UFC game, this game gives you a penalty to your stats when you switch stances. So this may be to his detriment, unless you have unless you're playing as Terrence Crawford.
And there is like a trait or maybe even a stat. It's something we're going to look into, and something where, you know, maybe it's tuned well, maybe it's not. Maybe Jack just really wants to. Jack just might want to change the angles up, or he just likes left-handers, or he's just having some fun out there. Who knows? He's doing decent this round, though.
Oh, very nice. Over the top right hook lands flush there for Easy Work. And now Easy Work is switching stances. Look at this.
I've seen people do that. You know, you're like, all right, you're going to switch stance. I'm going to do it too. And that can kind of get into your opponent's head as well.
Yeah, and I wonder why he thought this would be a decent idea. I'm not sure if Roy Jones he does go back, has a switch stance perk. That'd be something that the chat can let us know, which, by the way, final plug of the night. If you're watching right now, share this video with your grandma, your grandpa, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, children, whatever. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and join us on Discord.
Hell yeah. The more successful these Undisputed exhibition cards are, the more events we can have in the future, and the more the ESFL can dedicate resources and prize money and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe you could be the one that wins it if you're actually good. Put up or shut up, I'd say. Go on Discord and sign up the next time you see that there's an opportunity, if you think you have what it takes to compete.
Yes, sir.
And you have the equipment to do so. Like, let's be real. Some people can compete, but just ain't got the equipment. So that ain't it. And Jack, Jack seems frustrated, or Jack is just bobbleheading for no reason.
Yeah, it's one of those where he's a little frustrated. Maybe he's trying to have fun with it, but down deep, he's probably a little just can't hit this guy, which it's got to be that way with Roy Jones and Easy Work combined.
Wow.
Like super tough to actually get some damage on him.
That right there, though, he gets a flush knockdown, and now he's dancing. Wow. He caught from, wow. That,
Holy cow!
oh
My God.
my.
And he's
Just one shot.
man. Hey, everything I just said about Jack, just throw it in the garbage pail or in the bin, as they say over there in the UK, because
Yeah,
that
they
was
call
nice.
it bins.
Yeah, throw it in the bin. All
Ooh.
boilers of ice. Throw it in the bin. Jack knows what he's doing now. That was good stuff for real.
Yeah, I love how we call trash cans, but recycling bins are still, they're that's the bin. English is in America is a little.
We'll
strange.
never call it football though, because
We have a
American
better.
football. By the way, the Eagles are winning, so keep up. We'll get you there for the second half. We're almost done here. Beautiful event. Last fight of the night here. Undisputed 4. Easy Work versus Jack. Having a hell of a good time with you here, Ruthless.
Oh man, this has been a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. We're having a good laugh, and I really enjoy now that I'm seeing Jack do this. I really enjoy the amount of head movement that he's doing, because he's starting to get Easy Work frustrated as well, and he's stealing this round with that knockdown. And what I'll say is this: if you now win, you won this round. If you win all the way to the 11th round, now you're winning the fight. Actually, you've tied the fight. So if he gets another knockdown, then he has almost completely diminished the first 6 rounds. If you trust CompuBox, as I'll always say, as a little
Sure.
prefix, or I don't know. I don't actually know how to say that.
Disclaimer. We'll call it a disclaimer
Mm.
or something like that.
It's a
I know
disclaimer.
you were thinking of another word, which I just can't think of either right now. But pretty much like, hey.
Yeah, words. Am I right?
All right, 8th round. We've been
Nice
going
2
strong.
body hooks.
We've been live 3 straight hours. No breaks for us today. This is our 9th fight of the night.
And
So,
final fight of the
we're going to
night.
finish strong here. And these guys are finishing strong. What looked like pretty much going to be a cakewalk for Easy Work changed quick with Jack's big shot. Put
Nice
him on the
body uppercut.
canvas. Easy Work still, in control, but that was
Oh.
a nice shot. Beautiful work there. Jack is showing that he was worthy of the late replacement of the main event for real.
Yeah, especially after that knockdown in the last round. And the antics, though they look funny, they work. And so far, I would say that Easy Work is winning this round, but he's still frustrated. And then those are 3 consecutive rear body hooks that landed. And that is awesome that he found that opening, and now he's really attacking that body. Oh,
So close yet so far away. Yeah, Easy Work still
Oh.
big shot. Easy Work does seem a little discombobulated. Like, he's still got the skills, but I can see the frustration on him a little bit here.
yeah. I mean,
Right there.
now Frost right now, Jack he's literally backing out. He's backing out, and he's doing what Easy Work was doing to him for the first 6 rounds. He has reversed essentially in these last 2 rounds the whole rhythm of the fight.
I love it. That's what I like about boxing, man. Trust me, I love MMA, I love UFC, but I feel like boxing just has so much back and forth and just a longer kind of like a storyline almost, just back and forth, and different things could happen. Big shots can change it, or I don't know. It's just the swings are just very pronounced in boxing. We're seeing that right here.
You know what? I love power slap.
I love the storyline and strategy behind that.
Yeah, the crazy Hawaiian. I love how he says "duh" instead of "the," and I think that it's such an amazing thing to watch. Power slap. I can say that boxing is absolutely nothing like power slap, but I hear what you are saying when it comes to these storylines. You know, I just thought I'd throw it in there. Power Slap is another sport that if they made a video game for, I would imagine it'd be a phone mobile game.
I was
And if
literally
it-
going to say a mobile game, and it's probably pay to win. So it'd probably cost a lot of money to be good at it.
You can make your hand bigger if you pay a premium $15. You can get
Extra
big.
diamonds, you know, you got to buy the diamonds for your extra
Mhm.
power, all that type of crap.
Yeah.
They're already working on it if it's not already out, I believe. But look at the body damage for Easy Work. His body health was down to the red zone. Jack Hanna with some precise body work, man. 1 minute, 10 seconds, 9th round, final fight of the night.
Very nice body jab there. I think now Easy Work is just trying to figure out the rhythm again, and boy, did he get caught there with a streak. Jack is making me laugh so much. Whoa.
Jack's fighting so much smarter now than the first few rounds. I don't know if he just needed to warm up or he changed his philosophy and game plan and opener as you were talking about or what, but he's fighting smarter.
Yeah, his opener now is I'm going to move my right analog stick numerous times and make my character look like he's having a seizure, and then I'm going to attack you. And that could be an opener.
God.
That could certainly be an opener, and it was, and it ended up getting a knockdown. So who am I, man? Sometimes the most ridiculous openings can lead to back rank checkmates.
That's what I like to see. It's that risk and reward, whether it's throwing a punch, moving, or even taunting. Like if you pull it off, great.
Ooh, but the last round he didn't get it according to CompuBox. And he needed that. He needed every single round to this point because of that. And again, if you believe in CompuBox. So now he might see that and get a little discouraged. And as you can see, he's finally starting to go forward.
Sticking to that southpaw. Great fight to end a great event. Pretty much every single bout's been very very fun.
I like it from Easy Work GG, and I am a fan of doing what he's done. This game taught me one thing about fighting in video games, and that is patience. Because I would go and oh my god, awesome. And it has changed me in so many ways when it came to gaming, just playing this alone. Because I would chase people and get beat up. And then I realized, oh my God, I do that all the time. But then I realized I don't have to go anywhere. My character model will stay where I tell it to. And I don't have to go forward. And I like what Easy Work is doing right now. He's really starting to use his steps. And realizing he's up and causing Jack to have to come forward and have to engage him. I'm kind of shocked that he's doing it now and didn't do it earlier.
Yep. That's
Nice.
those storylines and adapting and just realizing, damn, I've been stupid. Let me change this. Now, the question is, Frotch, is he flat-footed? Maybe, maybe not. It looks like he's kind of stiff-legged there. I don't know if he's that tired. Jones does have the stamina advantage. It looks like it, right?
Yeah. We got confirmation from the producer. He definitely is. He's
right.
definitely. Oh, and now he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
He landed a big shot, too. Holy shit.
Yeah, he gassed himself by being a bobblehead and playing like a fidget spinner with his controller. I mean, this is honestly one of the more entertaining rounds. Truly.
That's why I'm stoked that we were able to save this fight. Again, we were almost to say, we're not having this event, or this main event, that is. And Easy Work GG. I was like, we got to get him a fight. Jack Hanna, a.k.a. Jack Thunder Thighs, stepped up. And he's made a fight of it, man. He's losing. He takes a huge shot there, but he's making it entertaining.
Oh, man, that's going to be a
nice
knockdown. He takes a knee.
Maybe the smart thing, because literally he was about to get murked right there.
Yeah, that was definitely high IQ boxing. I mean, not necessarily the amount of movement he's done with his head, but he knew to take a knee. So I got to say that he's a confusing guy. Yeah, he's a very confusing guy, Jack. You are.
Interesting character here. He's about to get waylaid by Easy Works, though, so that was a good idea to knee. I don't know about wasting the time here. He needs to, get a knockout himself, or knock down himself, I mean.
Oh, but he returns to sender. Another lead body hook, lands flush. He has his hands down, which is interesting. I thought he didn't have the stamina to do this. I guess we were wrong. So that's interesting. He gets knocked down and is now able to do this, but now he's back to having like no stam. That's really
I won't go
weird.
too deep into it, but I feel like the stamina's a little weird in this game, where like
that was so odd.
Your bar is low, it doesn't affect you sometimes. So it's
Yeah,
something they need to improve a little bit.
For sure. Anyway, as we come to the end of this 11th round and we continue to watch Jack use Carl Franch like a wind turbine or like a wind chime in the wind. We're getting to the point now where we're here at the 12th and final round, man, and 80% stamina from Easy Work GG is insane.
It is. He's thrown a lot of power shots, but he's been super smart, and he hasn't taken much damage to the body. Remember, of course, body shots sap that stam. But there's multiple rounds where Easy Work got 5, 6, 7% recovery, and the worst he's gotten is like 3%, so it makes a big difference. Beautiful body shot. That hurt. Ross.
Yeah,
he gas out of the tires.
And I can imagine now. I can imagine now he's going to throw a bunch of power shots. And why not, right? He has the ability to.
This is where Easy Work needs to use Jack's aggression against them and try to get that finish off some sort of sick power counter. That's what I'd be looking for if I was Easy right now.
Yeah, definitely would continue to go to the body. The body seems to be open. Even if he just blocked it right now, I really feel like, yep, just like that. I would just continue to destroy that body. And I would also like mix in just a top shot and then go back to the body like right away, just like that. See, and that's just, I would also do that. So at this point, Jack he's got like no stam. He's going against an 80 stamina overall. Roy Jones Jr. This is the tough fight.
Ooh, he's trying to goad him into some big power shots so we can counter him though. But I feel like Easy Work's learned that I'm not going to fall for that anymore. I'm just going to pick you apart.
Oh, yeah. If a rock isn't going to happen soon, I don't know how he's standing right now. My God.
Tough as hell, but he's taking big shots.
Oh.
He's probably flashing red health by
everywhere.
Head.
How is he still standing?
He's still taunted too. I love it.
Yeah, Jack's like, you're not going to get a knockout, but he goes for his own shot.
Nice. He's trying to lure him in.
You know, I would have screamed if that was a flash knockout right there, and that would have been hilarious. Oh my God! And this fight ends in a spectacular fashion. I think it's clear to say who won.
Yeah, definitely. But big shout out to Jack for showing up and putting up a pretty good fight. Look, he got that knockdown, and then he won the next round. Like, for real, he was blanked in the first 6 rounds, just 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. Got that huge knockdown, won the next round. You know, Easy Work, I think, decided, look, we've had enough fun. I'm going to get this win. But shout out to both of them, dude. Great way to end the night. Super fun event. And I'm really glad we got to see that fight, even though it was almost scrapped.
Yeah, and thank you again, Jack, for coming through and having fun with us tonight and saving up our main event in Easy Work GG. Once again, winning the main event in spectacular fashion and kind of just a no-brainer win for him in both fights, where he's just spectacularly winning. Like he's pushing the pace, he's out-punching his opponents. He's just a very educated striker in this game.
Yeah. Easy Work GG, looking at the stats right now, was 56% accuracy with his power punches. Like,
that's wild.
That's sick. 32 of 57, and he ended with 70% stamina. So he was throwing leather, and he actually had more punches thrown than Jack by a fair amount. But he was smart about it. He paced himself well throughout the rounds and throughout the fight. But again, great fight, great event, another exhibition down. Ruthless will be live next week, but before that, I think we might have to pick fight of the night, or at least your favorite fight. You got any thoughts there?
Yeah, I definitely do. And unfortunately, though, it ended early, I would say that ZR and Elite King was one of my favorites. It was so good, and again, unfortunate it ends early, but it was awesome, and I really appreciated that one.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go with EK Warrior for striking. Because
Yeah, another one that
back
ended
and
like that.
forth. Exactly. It's like the two that we liked the most. Didn't get to see the very end. That last fight was super fun. Treehouse versus Style was a lot of fun. And even going back to freaking Outhouse man, who's got the best name of the night versus Word Life. That was fun. Social and Smokey, P. Miller, Quan. So I mean, it was just all around a lot of fun. Optimus Jojo showing that he's still around, like he's not just a WWE entertainment type of guy. He can throw some fisticuffs. So, dude, super fun. Another exhibition. Hey, I don't know what people keep asking me. When are we gonna do a season? When are we gonna do a season? Well, we had 2 disconnects tonight and a couple of other issues, so we're not having it yet. They gotta at least fix that 10th round judge. You know what I mean? But as I hope you all agree, and I think you agree with this, you can still have a lot of fun with this game, and that's what we're trying to do here on the ESFL.
Yeah, man, and thanks for having me here, and thanks to everybody who stayed to watch. You guys are awesome.
Hell yeah. Where can people follow you, find you, and shout out to the Eagles if you want.
Yeah, shout out to the Eagles. I mean, honestly, I'm not even doing really much, but you can find me on YouTube, Ruthless Omni, or Twitch, same name. If you guys are curious looking at my vlog of videos, but I haven't put anything new out in a while. This is like my first return to that type of stuff.
Hey, like you said, you got a kid now, but you're getting that momentum one step at a time. Family first always, but it's so cool that you're able to join us 2 weeks in a row. Really appreciate your time, man. It's been a lot of fun. Don't be surprised if we invite you more than you even want to be on air. So we'll get you back in here soon. But yeah, man, it's been a lot of time. Well, me, you can find me at Boiler569. That's all you need to know. Ruthless, super fun. Go enjoy some football. All right, buddy?
Yeah, you too, man. Sorry about your Broncos, and thanks to everybody for watching. Have a good night.
Next year. There's always next year. Have a good night, guys.